It's 20 minutes to the top of the hour, 6 Happy Morning Show, live on ETV, live on Happy 98.9 FM, live on Nisim 95.9 and 100.1. I'm hoping you were soaking the words to the song when it was being sung by Maverick City. Beautiful songs. He says, you are God. You are the Lord. You are the King of Kings. You reign supreme over the whole wide world. They are finding new planets. They are finding new stuff on the planets. And a marvelous man that he will find water on Mars. But he who created the planets already knew that there was water on Mars. A marvelous man that he finds so much that he didn't know on the planets. And yet, he who planned it all from the beginning of creation knows. And so I ask, why do you start your morning without him? Why do you start your day without him? Why do you not go before him to tell him, lead me today? And trust me, when you leave things in his care, he is able to bring you gradually, slowly, at his own pace to where you ought to be. Our plans are not his plans, our ways are not his ways. And so whilst we sit and plan our lives, he plans differently. And so if you are fortunate and your plans fall within his plans, praise the Lord. But if it doesn't, that's when you see man shouting, crying, gnashing the teeth, because the plans are not going according to how he or she desired it to be. And so this morning I urge you to read the book of Proverbs chapter 16 verse 3, 4 and 9. He says, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. The Lord works out everything to its proper end, even the wicked for a day of disaster. In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. Femin, all I'm saying, plan indeed, you must plan, but let God plan your ways for you. When he does, no room for errors, no room for mistakes, no room for regrets, because in the end, he knows where he's taking you to. You're welcome. My name is Samuel Ishen. The pleasure is mine to welcome you to today's edition of the Happy Morning Show. And yeshia bomni and nantia bomo na ninyina ne se yema ye ho enkuranhyesem ne ye ka kire ye ho se yen kwa bonti yen kwa ye adwumaden na emo ye hyase yen fo onyankopon hyase. So ye Muslim, so ye Christian, so ye traditionalist, so ye Buddhist. Fo onyankopon hyase eda no will turn out right. And another idea can do if you need to want to see me more about the America to and say ye road safety homes and some kakra ebebre omanfo na ya twaso na ye the headlines of the newspapers ede abre omanfo na afi no ya bon modern ye the sports update kakra atwaso ni ahya sesi ye di enkomo SIM card registration exercise no kosen you can see your various telcos and register your SIM cards. A lot of people have gone to register theirs, but for a lot of people they are having challenges. One more the long queues at some of these telcos. It's deterring enough. Maybe one of the networks I've registered, I didn't meet a lot of traffic. But the other place I'm I had no option than to turn away and come back to the house. The other couple of times I've been there, still nipa ego. And so we're asking ourselves at the deadline that's waiting for us, would we be able to meet that deadline with the number of people who are, trooping to these telcos to go and register their SIM cards? There are several other matters on our table that we'll be discussing this morning. Enrechi on the 4th, and I was a benchmark valuation kicking in 30%, 50% reversal. That's when it was supposed to have kicked in. It didn't. And now, in statement to the effect to say it had been suspended until today. So we would want to find out how business at the ports went when people went to remove one more cars, one more goods, and with the state of affairs. yene womo interested parties no yene womo ND enkomo strike action say no idea ehho enkomo. And so there's so much we'll talk about this morning live on the Happy Morning Show. I encourage you to stay with us na yendi sa enkomo we say. In the meantime, dear, na me ka say jumedi ekoso e Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Your handle no Happy 989 FM and I say ETV Ghana. Following na like here, na afe share the link for us. We'll be grateful that you share these links on all the platforms you might be on: Telegram, Facebook, WhatsApp, any of these platforms. We'll be grateful. For now, dear, you have done na yedi road safety tidbits na Abril Manfo. Ati Emre, as I say, yedi road safety tidbits na Abril Manfo. As always, this week I'm stepping in the shoes of ACP retired Victor Tando. Kakra mesua ewo ne hono eho efotusem enamde bro man for see shafi ase no sene yenkoti akwanhia eho ensem bia no ewo yakwanso. And so if you just join us at yemo akwaba eno ameni wudi nkomo efa the very important things you must do before you move your car out of the house. We catch you say ubie car na bi hood no bi bonnet no bonnet nimu, check it insuo for the car. That's the radiator. Check it insuo for the wiper. Check the oil level in your car. And sana we move car no at the free. Then I said as well, sir, who started with car no engine now? Don't just move out of the house, but stay put, wait for a minute or two, and allow the engine to run on its own. I remember saying, sir, so we start a car engine sometimes the engine is very, very cold. And so in order to stabilize the engine, we a car very high. Then the car will settle down to the normal point. For most regular cars, so we share a RPM now. We say, I bet that one nasika crabby. That's the normal. But all these aside, and some have been moving car na e free no. But modern answer we car no round. O car no round a e na wo hwe car no ties no. That's one thing most of us don't pay attention to. The car tie. What's the condition of the car tie? Obi wa the car tie no. Avia one that na wo car tie no e pia bonten. But he's still driving with that car. Obi honoma we who send the car na tie na pressure no abafom so obekọ near to tie no near check for to crawl na ode car na nantie no dabi car na tie no pressure na abafom but eno ode drive ya ode enam town boga tie me who su say petrol no a santem ni nyina no one of the contributing factors amount of fuel consumption echo very high no is the low pressure in your tire. Because you see, it's a tie no one pump it to the regular number. Ya diama one. Most of the times, ubi o kana do na ya try o kana tie no. O man the pressure, o man inframa. Baby, I was say ekudro. Ya try e dey go hon. A lot of drivers don't know, but ubi o kana do na. Sada dey na hon seat belt ni nche honom na no. Boss ya try o kana tie no. Pressure I was say ekomo. Yours is what? 32. Well, she knows. But do you know? Who we are? Nasa one found 20 now or say 32 now. Minia, or consumption no ebeko high. Because I say 32, now around 28. There is more traction. Car no time no achieve for more. Until all driver no assassin no time no achieve more. Until na fe no view petrol no. And it's our petrol consumption cost or diesel consumption cost check your car tires. It may be one of the contributing factors, but you're not paying attention to that. If you have the regular pressure in your car now, almost a car na tire no, a page anymore, and chief from peace, but you are able to drive nicely. Will be all no so the car na tire no, we're pumping the gas. Check case 5. Say 1% from money jidem with chair. No than nam. Now and also so when you do that, it endangers you. Because onam now bam anymore. you feel the one friend is saying, as if I bought from Megan saying, say a bomb in the mouth, take car and say, I was war. Yes, brofo. And a day, or brofo about. Who feel it, say, can't bomb in him, into our henny and Joe and Sempe, na a cop. But who you see the regular a year and from our so can him now. A bona, a bomb in a man has got this foamy absorption a year capacity beer. And my own feeling I was seeing him say a bedje few in some. Mr. Ramon, car tie, a who here pa. You may portina when we come back. I'll tell you the last thing you must check before you move your car out to the house. Especially who you'll be at. What tie a bedjuma, a homachi, and I say, oh, quite and I join our duty to see move your home. Mr. The last one is the lighting system in your car. Ochineba, you be the home come on. For now, Yemfa the headlines of the newspapers now and blow man for. And you're welcome back to the Happy One Issue Live on ETV Live on Happy 98.9 FM. Jumedi esanso ekoso ewonisim 95.9 and 100.1. Yema akwaba eba jumedi so ekoso ewo Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. To betimi ahwe jumedi no ewo honom na o follow nom na good morning and good morning. And chia ne chia ho na chia ho. How are you ni bisa ho na bisa ho how are you? And to bacho ko Facebook obetimi ahwe jumedi no ewo honom na onso adwenche kakra wo no ode aben anapai metia no manyem nkwa na metia mene Fati Shaibu Ali ena wa no say sounds na Sefa Dankwa S enso so ewa no say ya de jumedi no ehihye so anapai Sefa morning.
Good morning.
Bia de din
Yango pando bia boko
o sheti efe papa
me dase efe papa unze bia ada na ye call ya na uyi wayi no am ka kiro say ehwa na na yi no
yeah
ehwa
nice one. Na
kusiso mu yi wo gate na no so no mo enu ba ko the last o share na no dey compare eyi for no national security for no
sisi akrus no ma je say yesi afefefo mu ntino
omo
tutu na akwano ice wa change inside o kakra the light bi abobo ho no ntino sisi ano otum
Ezo ye no ane dija
ye no ane dija
na ya mo nko fom Mumbu na munkofom.
Na
mutu mesu kwa na joy be bo anu.
Kai na. Yo sheni yosina. Ipe ekoyi ebi obenda boutique na. Me gina ho me yi ade na me sporting girl ba ku bi amene ne wo. The same department. To be sporting na akwa bi ahihye. Wo say hanging ones dey bi. Eno ne bo no wo soro.
Na ko gina ho.
It's why na me moving for. Is that position no? And I'm called up Jesus. You go to our business. This one I'm at it. I'll say this and I may time again. So I get transport to me. When you are calling Kaya, there's again. What food taxi I walk around? I say, oh boy, and you go bend that boutique. I'm going to bend that boutique. I'm not saying no. I don't know. Chat in the
University of Ghana, and there were some ladies. Omo kind of church near Sabaho Annex A. The ladies on the second floor. Oh, chum! The ladies ban on with chum was Anna. Even more when you're the bio. But on my young over the bees ninty. Almost some of them more bomb numbers on your that be. But at the B level, no. And they almost force yet the be the difference room. And now business in tip, maybe saying cock and tomato. Na ma koyi shirti ba ku mienu miensa bi oba na boys o chale ade for no ma ton ma na waje na me dia share me ho na we na one day Wednesday I'm no na me nyonko ba ko bi o frame Newman o chale ne ma na bo na me dimrika gidigidi na me call ya say na ladies ya omo ye high time na home na Jones wa cheche but still be sporting.
Well, Media, cut your coat according to your size. There comes a time when you have to do bend down boutique. There comes a time when you have to do first grade.
Yeah.
And there comes a time when you buy brand new. And so if you haven't gotten to the stage of buying first grade, or you haven't gotten to the stage of buying I'm friend saying, brand new. Please, it's no crime and it's no shame to buy a bend down boutique. They've got good stuff in there, and if that's what your money can afford, buy it. Until so when you go for two in some, now obey me a store. No, what point it me pay where you dear, and then you can comfortably wear it. Live within your means. Kakra de be mo no. Na fatu da yi. Da yi. I say no pay, I say why you slow be kakra.
Na me ka cho say emne ni ho.
Emne e den.
Capital M.
Capital M.
Your capital M.
Emne no betimi aye. Money.
Always.
Nje M asem ne ye ka no.
Like always, and only like constant.
Constant.
And then there are different.
Other M's.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. Okay. This year na even say ya me de ne saka makoma. Na metimi ma 1K so.
Sammy. Wo obi a ebi o yare dem pem wenya malaria na bibia wo so chechecheche na ya two scato no zo ama wa sorry da.
There's a story. Over Quebia is on a man who trash it. And now I'm up a child room home. Oh, Mummy Fanning Hospital, we find no be say, Monto Kunam family can go mano. Taquanda was Muntie, dear Braba Conecano.
A common dinner.
You know, this story. Because I need to say this. There's an auntie that I've never mentioned on radio or TV before. And I think this story has pricked me for me to celebrate her this morning. My auntie Aba in Kumasi. Auntie Aba no pay me do ase. Nyame for taking care of me and for helping me become the man that I am today. When's the last time I catch your story? Be said, me uku jaremia. Me show sign here and to say my yimit my tade nyina gu ho no ho na metiasi road so and this my auntie will chase me and naked I'm running. And I know one time when I went to the university, I don't drink, I don't do all those things. So one day we drew few ho na gate and I'm share that yet said here mabo tim real ma hu me kwame I'm saying for us I'm sorry. Hey, for us, I'm sorry. Wow, then other people, hey, mamum bear me. And I make what I make chacha. And my auntie says, yeah, rather me banabo. Mama, my mother shouldn't see me. Mama, they offer me Mr. Backup. First, Kotodo Kunbra,
I don't know why. What did you say? Make I miss anytime I also be a boa, no more one of the
I don't know.
It's
but I think I'm too many, so I think so.
Not to one this one term rough.
I don't be able to listen. Or come down, Tiana.
I'm saying get a chill.
I'm you know,
hangover. I think so. I'm saying hangover. No, first saying Amos, sanity. Sanity, oh,
it's your
one of the Mohana Cafe is sending me. Couldn't even say wrong number. Anyways, about finance and pay.
Yanante. Na yanante dia na yanante mfiri Ghana. Na Ghanaian Times. The Obokrata no say the most authoritative newspaper. And on the SIM card re-registration, hundreds besiege telco centers as deadline approaches in March. Don't lose touch with grassroots. Kufuor advises NPP. Ghana, most peaceful in West Africa. President celebrates, urges Ghanaians to maintain it. 43 killed, 202 injured in road crashes from December 24th to January 1st, 2022. Other stories are Ubu Ghanaian Times, the Obo Kratanum, and Anopaya, Ubetimi Wakenka, Ebinie. 2.37 million euro ambulance financial loss case at forcing 2 others expected in court. Banker allegedly stabs fetish priest. Other stories near babies. Pregnant women among 97 hostages freed in Nigeria. Sudan's military warned against excluding civilians in transition. Government commences construction of 12 TVET institutions. That's El Maimwa. US teacher arrested for vaccinating student. APRA as Macron vows to make life difficult for the unvaccinated in France. Please, residents clean up at Deso. Boost for teachers as government rolls out subsidized housing loan scheme for them. And also a story a Ghanaian Times the Obokrata and Mobetimia Hubia Kenkai. There is a feature be a double cratanum also reducing the burden of cardiovascular diseases. Flavanol rich cocoa as a promising nutraceutical, and also ewoho. Youth asked to remain united in NDC reorganization. Ascent South has made strides in infrastructural development. Nandom Outdoors Paramount Chief, stop denigrating nation's image internationally. And also ewoho. GSS commences household income expenditure survey. Government rehabilitates dams for deer per Lubaga Puigo communities in the Upper East region. Cuba pledges support to Ghana's education development. And also a story about Ghanaian Times about Kratanum. NDC asks Ghanaians to resist government's economic policies. KNUST alumni donates to orphanage children wards. NPA receives 3 awards. And also I will have 300 vulnerable fettered over free health screening at Bogatanga. Revitalize IVID policy to improve agricultural productivity in Ghana. Landowners urged not to sell farmlands to galamseyers. And your boy, share. Oh, better okra. Sammy, my mom friends here has a dozen, but last we no dear. Oh boy, cocoa. Only go for my trouble. Oh, me portable. Oh boy, oh better here.
Daily graphic into us so. Base pay up for public workers. Base pay up for public workers. Boko chieftaincy clashes, accused persons denied bail. Constitution Day tomorrow, build on gains governance expert be ena eka se yeko paper ni mo stories bia ewo hanoma yebetumi akan eye. Ghana's presence on Security Council must promote peace. What if women dominate in parliament? Eno eye question ayebisa ewo hanum. US winter storm shut highway strands 100. Macron pledges to piss off unvaccinated. Eno ewo hanum. So is Ghana ready for nuclear power plant? Eno eye opinion na ewo paper ni mo a ubetumi akan. So ena ubetumi enya stories be etese. Recent decision on benchmark value. NDC urges. My goal is to break the 8. Asamoah Boateng ena eka. So ena review of 1992 constitution long overdue for political parties be ena eka. CPP ewa hanum, APC ewa hanum, so PPP ewa hanum ena LPG so ewa hanum. Finally no story amedi a chatu no essay. Benchmark value reversal on hold for 24 hours. we nyina a stories are offer the Daily Graphica ubenya bi akai.
Yet also on the Daily Guide and twaso if your stories what Daily Guide and you want to pay be any power abuse claims AG rubbishes ato forcing one more a day the two gentlemen in phone ato anymore. Nigel Gazy hot over TikTok girl. I know our honum 5 highway policemen interdicted and also so our honum and a 7% pay rise for public workers and also our honum oman for ebetumi edi omani edi achire no bom akankan stories no ebi Ministry of Health no job no entry appropriate and no our honum and a KMA agency ruined our Christmas and also our honum oman for ebetumi akankan bi President's palace on fire, a state of emergency declared in Kazakhstan, and petition calling for Tony Blair to be stripped of knighthood reaches 670,000 signatures. Banana made brew kills 11 in Rwanda, and an uproar as Macron vows to piss off unvaccinated. And I would love to hear a British read this headline for me. Uproar as Macron vows to piss off on a British man would mention for me. Piss off, man. Hot search for Momo vendor killers and also so El Honum and Akiba pledges support to Ghana's education development. Sampayan asks to sack hawkers from road and no El Honum and stay away from false prophets and also El Honma Omanfo betimi I can kind be and pay na womo ehu die ewomo. Other stories and so ebini household income expenditure survey underway. Energy Ministry upbeat. And MTN gives hampers to 11 Xmas babies. Fidelity Securities supports police hospital.
Say internet charges, call charges, cost.
Is it the case? Because I know I'm for posted one more.
That's
social media, Facebook.
That's the case. Look, let me give you a personal example. Normally, once a dynamic culture say there is a threshold be I may to do. I don't go beyond that. So not usually I'll buy like 50 Ghana cedis of data for a period of let's say 2 weeks and I say 3 weeks. And no.
How do you do that?
Me wo a year made for me. So I do the made for me. That the dynamic trail. Now when you do the made for me, with me it will last for about 2 weeks. Let me put it that way. If you're not using data giddy BR. But lately, if you do the pay for me, it takes about 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Oh, I
don't know what network base.
That's MTN America. Yes.
I thought made for me was Vodafone.
All of them they do have.
All of them have some.
Yeah, made for me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Specialized.
Okay.
Obi o use to we ni bia.
Okay.
Now, auto normal no crowd and na kon. And over the Christmas period, no me call baby. And I may imagine say me need data. I was forced to actually go to me taught data and I'm taught 3 cities. Me nko cancel my 200 cities, me taught 3 cities. Yeah.
The first so talk credit 3 cities. Just to quench the fire at the moment.
Just to quench the fire at the moment. Me no me send the adini ya me we say 50% of your data done.
The 3 cities, yes, if I say I'm from.
Devinyanto was here. 3 cities, no. I was just sending a small document, 27 kilobytes. Me send it 27 kilobytes, anyway, na me doom data, no. That's 50% of your data. And so much. I think the same registration they over bound.
Well,
I'm all for so I say table net.
Ne bona kwasoro.
Obi say ya double no.
Yeah.
Obi say ya double no na me
it's me hu be kire me no.
I don't know.
Hu be kire me no.
That's a very nice thing.
Yes, because normally me talk 300 300 Ghana cedis or mommy about 300 gigabytes of data.
Yes.
And he said what I saw Obi saying I forgotten no nipa so talk 50 Ghana cedis or man some gigabytes be and now call him says 74 Ghana cedis for the same gigabytes.
MTN is attempting to explain. No, Twitter is here. They are trying to explain.
Oh, really?
India, there has been some sort of increase in the charges.
And yeah, one more na 11 cents and buy one castle. If I say chamber, Ghana, a friend
Chamber of Telecommunications.
Chamber of Telecommunications from the castle. Or money, or my discussion, so we some 20% to be as a body, you know.
So I don't know mobile money transactions. I don't know any.
It's all my year for mobile money. No, data ni mama ya na.
No, we are free. We are free.
Oh, I buy na enya na sem and also be levy. And I on class and we.
Oh, but so we don't know that, so we can't.
We cannot.
Minimum say, but the point is say, we if you another be share man and emphasis bene also. We know that we consume more data than do voice calls in this country.
Yeah.
And why would you want to know? Anyway, well, we any stories are meeting the Broman for quickly. Mendashing kwa your website happyghana.com. Na mefa stories no ebi and Broman for colleges of education teachers embark on strike over conditions of service. And our strike action is to protect the health of Ghanaians and the status for Ekasa SIM card registration process frustrating MPPs Kafui and Mega. And a chaos as calls besiege MT and Vodafone offices over SIM card registration. NLA Good Causes Foundation puts smiles on the faces of the needy and destitute. Government and the resource to meet your demands. Austin Game to Aye Tewu. Tewu declares strike over unpaid allowances. And President Akufo-Addo promises teachers 10K housing units. Locked in a guardroom worse than a police cell. Security aspect be and Kasaway and stories and a pay bit media moment for.
Yan Twaso Nyanko citynewsroom.com and an pay city newsroom stories a bit me who be akin can you stop tickling yourself. You're not being prosecuted over anti-budget campaign. AG tells Ato Forsen. Using some of our awards for Hollywood movie production didn't affect us. Axim Government Hospital and this Azamia Tuja. Akufo-Addo appoint Rosemary Beryl Archer as Ghana Exim Bank Deputy Chief Executive Officer. Teachers of colleges of education declare indefinite strike. Benchmark value discount reversal Carlos insensitive. NDC Assassin way. Tewu suspends strike after meeting with government. Boko disturbances. Accra Circuit Court refuses to grant 12 suspects bail. GRA defers implementation of benchmark values reversal to Thursday, 6th of January 2022. Expenditure on education increased by 95% in my time. President Akufo-Addo and what this Asamiya Tuja will strive to get the economy back on track this year. Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia and Okasasamwe. Other stories in here. FDA pledges zero tolerance for corruption. Vodafone Ghana Foundation organizes medical screening for Akramaman. Ambassador Boateng leads donation to disabled community. And also a story. Other stories in here. Guta opposes benchmark value reduction, calls for dialogue with government. Hasty implementation of benchmark value reversal causing confusion. Freight forwarders. And it is asking we are to public sector workers to enjoy 7% rise in base pay. Employment Minister and this has some years just. These are some of the stories that Oko a year citynewsroom.com and I bit me on working.
Google News. Gabon and Ghana join powerful UN Security Council. Togo inaugurates largest solar plant in West Africa. Sasso and Capstone Mining announces filing of independent technical reports for the Mantos Blancos and Monteverde mines. And no Ewohonum Sasso and BlackBerry completely dies. No more pinning. MTN Ghana reopens customer service centers. Welsh businessman killed in jet ski accident in Ghana. We a story sir over Google News sir ubenyepi akai.
Yent also name for international news updates ember oman for the CNN.com and share ase and pay stories I was CNN no e bi enia oman for ebetimi akọ na woman so akenkan bi ni nemu na make how say you made we live our Facebook obetumi akin follow na also wa comment na wa share with thoughts. Australia revokes Novak Djokovic's visa and no ewo tennis star failed to provide appropriate evidence for entry into country to play in Australian Open. Ewo in zero COVID-19 Hong Kong, this happens when you test positive. How is Omicron different? Here's what you need to know. An ASEAN lockdown brings heartbreak and dysfunction as political pressure to contain outbreak grows. Qatar warns America, teeters on the brink of widening abyss. And in Beijing's subway, English names are being replaced by Romanized Chinese. And the stories are on Russia-led military alliance would send peacekeepers to protest hits Kazakhstan, Armenian PM says. England scraps pre-departure PCR tests for air travelers. And North Korea says it successfully test-fired a hypersonic missile. When you know stories are Oman for a bit to me, I can kind of be a CNN and a pay.
Yentwa Sunyanko BBC.com. Now, Australia cancels visa of tennis number 1 Djokovic. 5 big questions about Trump and the riot. What happened to these capital rioters? And no stories at BBC.com. And Kazakhstan calls for Russian help amid unrest. North Korea says it tested hypersonic missile. So Biden to blame Trump for capital riot 1 year on. India records first death with Omicron variant. APRA as Macron vows to piss off unvaccinated. APRA as Macron vows to piss off unvaccinated in France. Taiwan sets up $200 million Lithuania fund amid China row. Pre-departure COVID travel test to be scrapped. Anti-segregation activist gets pardon 130 years on. Choosing pets over kids is selfish, Pope says. Niger police finds 200 kilograms of cocaine in mayor's car. To any stories at Oko a year. BBC.com and Ano Paya Obetimi Ahonya Biakenkao.
Reuters News. Senegal rejects bid to toughen strict anti-LGBT law. China's foreign minister visits Kenya amid unease over rising debt. Tigrayans deported by Saudi Arabia held and abused in Ethiopia. U.S. Special Envoy for Horn of Africa to leave post. Doctors say lives are lost in hospitals in Ethiopia's Tigray due to dwindling supplies. We stories are Reuters News Ediaba Anope.
Yefa weather updates kakra embre Oman for Anope. So Oshe the weather update for a year Greater Accra Hanumzi Anope. Between 7 and 10 temperature will rise from a year somewhere around 26 degrees Celsius to around 31 degrees Celsius. The sun is likely to appear early and we say with some few clouds gathering and area it would rise to temperature rise to somewhere around 33 degrees Celsius. It will be sunny in the afternoon and you may by the time we do feel around 8-9 thereabouts the temperature would have dropped to a year 28 degrees Celsius. There will be few clouds in the sky. Into way and weather update a bit me Eddie Abre Oman for Wabra. Yeah, the Ghana Health Service COVID-19 updates now.
Updates. Active cases 13,576. Confirmed cases 148,079. New cases 876. Deaths 1,313. Recoveries and discharge 133,190. Yeshe vaccination update. Total 8,872,253 vaccine doses administered as at January 3, 2022. Worldwide, total infections 298 million plus 2.61 million. Deaths 5.46 million plus 7,981.
All right. Nti yento aso na yendi encommand pay yede trends no ebe promanfo na afi ni yashase na yede issues no abre amanfo no pay.
Well, and that trend no asamwajan trend eno ewo honum na asembe mbiem asamwajan wabre na asamwajan trendy because of AFCON na yekwa akobo na me say Black Stars na ebeje cap no
after
na omohwe performance say omuyi too wana I still have hope and I believe in them now because we are simu there you fall 6 times you get up and conquer the 7th time and you know I still have hope na no na because omo akobo omo baller omo anya impressive no amanfo di omo ni bra kwa we asamwajan so medwen ho a menti ase enti sa penalty asemi ya mwaka ma branti ekura aka se ha na ma ebi kura go betumi akọ depression mu ni ade still any little change any little money you get na mo ato data na mo dey kwa asamwajan sa penalty issue comment ni be any the man, the magician, the legend, Asamoahgyan's header that sealed the Black Stars' place in the AFCON quarterfinal 2017. Who will lead the goal-scoring charge for Ghana in this AFCON 2021? Baron, the home alone kick chop 40 way Asamoahgyan chop 36. The home alone cake chop 40, where Asamoahgyan chop 36 today. Time moves slow in Ghana. This world and Kasa. Kwesi say, one of my favorites. You don't need to be Asamoahgyan to do well for Ghana. Don't be him, but learn from his skills. Davi Ajo, hey, we don't need Samuel Owusu again. No, bring back Asamoahgyan. Mugiz, no matter what, we will miss Asamoahgyan in such circumstances, even though it's friendly. But we failed drastically. Asamoahgyan, I really miss you. Come back to the Black Stars and lose a penalty. Gregory, Ghana na pana aye say.
Ghana pa na aye say.
Na she ho first ne. Ghana pa na aye say private school team. Still, Asamoahgyan is the best of all. We do not get this type da, I swear. Asamoahgyan, dude literally carried us all the way to our World Cups. Blessed to have watched him play. Man, irrespective of missing the penalty. Intino. Nipe wo bona baswa, o sign the penalty na be shema yeden. No, and I'm
but I love Asamoahgyan.
Yeah.
So
I love Asamoahgyan. I mean, the way and manner he was able to carry the team along. Oshe womo ekobo matches now he Jama oshe senior team no eniagia womo ekobo match na he was a captain, he was able to carry the team along. And so I love that bit about him. I know Stephen Appiah was not like that, but Stephen Appiah commanded some respect.
Yes.
Respect.
Na John Menza.
Yeah.
There be some Oka captains and what was Stephen Appiah?
Mabomi no and
what was Stephen Appiah about Samuel
Jackson? Person become one na.
Then there was so Timmy Bo players be to say John Mensah on the na Capito at the Urefiana
na and I said oboko abedin so
ye ni Uruguay Capito pedal na Capito pedal the NFC the view Fati Capito penalty no omo nkai Capito penalty nana Capito penalty okobo say no mahu obo na say 3-year-old bi na obo no obo na go gipari jina wase Muslera o jina wase masom mache Capito penalty in the moon, Casamoja penalty na Mukai. As I'm why they were Bomodia Magana pa. And you're on the top scorer. Of course.
Now, anyway.
Oh man,
I mean, well. I mean, Obia at any time. Say, see, I don't say, are you brothers, you know, and I more time, me boy. More a soccer for no. Are you brothers in the time me? And you heard it back
on time, say.
I saw many. I didn't know back when I captain team no. I'm many.
I know Makai Abedi. Are you playing Anthony Yabua?
My goodness, the Black Panther.
Thank you.
The Black Panther.
Those times na Anthony Yabua Timmy Tumbrika no way. They become your use so.
Come here, use so.
Come here, you know Timmy Tumbrika no. What you know? What is it, Edgar Davis?
Anyway, young issues so and the power say there was a story already and the pay I think say be say for now can I say but my main story no I listened I heard you say it about colleges of education teachers no woman I saw my dear Majuma ato from no minim say for na can but that aside my main kind statement on what they buy no signed by woman Mame Emfa a story number one for this was just January 5th, 2022. Or say for immediate release to all media houses, declaration of indefinite strike. In an emergency National Council meeting of the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana on Tuesday, January 4, 2022, the National Council unanimously agreed to embark on an indefinite strike across all 46 Ghanaian public colleges of education effective Thursday, January 6, 2022. The indefinite industrial action is grounded on the following. 1. Failure by the government to implement the 2017-2020 conditions of service as agreed. SETAC and government signed a memorandum of understanding on September 24, 2021 after reaching agreements on 2017-2020 conditions of service for members of the association. The said memorandum of understanding states the effective date of implementation is January 1st, 2021, while payment of associated arrears of 9 months was to be paid in October and November and December 2021. By this release, therefore, the association's National Council has resolved to follow through with a decision to withdraw teaching, one of its main duties, as stipulated in the harmonized conditions for colleges of education effective Thursday, January 6, 2022. The National Council would like to use this opportunity to entreat all SETAC members to comply with this directive until further notice. And that Woman Akwape Director General, GTEC, President Prinkoff, any all local and zonal branches of SETAC, Womo Edi Ama Womo. And today, information ever through at the moment. Sifa, what do you mean? Say there be Fatina teacher for who has been done come up on the show.
Oh no, a teacher.
But well, Fatima, me found say one more Eddie Mojuma at the time. You tag for senior me next week. One more echo. Till for the almost my call you for more dear. Major comments.
Some about striking seminar. Sometimes no. I honestly don't know what to say because people need a nyama, to work. People need better conditions of service. At the same time, Obibeka said there are other people's lives involved. What must say, and na much train so kakra, but for how long can they train so? Whatever happened there, Teufono withdraw or modieno. Ebi akasa abem and as negotiations abem. You throw more to the table. I'm sure, we can have that discussion.
Well, the American pay a fat teacher for 2017-2020. About any omodi incomo. Efa one conditions of service at home. Memorandum of understanding has been signed. Hopeful said per the signing of the memorandum of understanding, it will take effect last year. I am sure the usual conversations here from one would be say there have been back and forth with government to ensure say the MOU is complied with. But because the back and forth has yielded no results, NT and Akoba say one more taking unanimous decision say they are putting down their tools until further notice. And no, Mr. Austin Game Edin Komo. He made a very important point. Two of them. One was the fact that government in Isika. The second one was the fact to say, Sanya yeni eye enipa ekasa. The interfacing between people who lead governments or institutions are involved in these matters, who lead those negotiations, Wamu enim sanya yeni enipa eyo efa. And so, because the issues are not being handled well, it aggravates the situation and irritates the people affected. And so you find them deciding to say, yeah, the argument air to honum. UTAG, what has UTAG been saying? One of the fundamental issues they've been raising has to do with the disrespecter. Yeah, the MET woman, some meetings in Krampa. Woman could do honoma. Senior friend is saying lectures abba to meet with a ministries in Penyinfono. Minister show up. The deputy show up, and they are small boys, some umbra, no meeting come. That is one of the things that triggered that. I remember I saw almost suspending one more strike, I heard Professor Jampo make the case that they had gone for a meeting now. One could do honum non. Nipa Sikano one honum bekacho and say, Yenisika. So what do you want us to do? And so it is about talking. It is about communicating. It is about making an effort to explain your position to the people. Then say, I has a one habit I used to have. Say, Ebia, Fatiwa frame it and then a manfa. Na what's not frame it or China manfa. Now, I know that I need to return a call. But I'm telling myself, I'm a fair Fatia and say, I'm a friend, no one for, and I'm a friend which is one for, then I won't call because I'm afraid of the fire that will come. And so it aggravates the situation. And we are only going to tell them so they should give us time. They should give us time. Tell meeting in and then that leads us to the situation here. You say, I set up for you, I catch it and say, a day to her. But who gets affected? Who gets affected? One more year, those are the people who get affected. And at the time where we are being told that there is a promise to build 10,000 houses for teachers, and yet their conditions of service is not anything to write home about, how do you convince such a person say, "Ube sit down, Eddie Amano, wabe na ketu yasemenye"? And into the end, I found it a bit off. Wabe ne nat papa ne din komo na woman look as if say, "Oh, bibia de din." But yanko homano so na yenin komo na yene Mr. Prince Obeng Hima enin komo or president of College of Education, one more teachers no yene enin komo na pay na one fan teacher mu kakra enfan be opani e mo akwa ba
eja opani kese
na embom design
ya media chair pay mi se mo so ho ye
you komo kakra opani conditions of service won sense munti na ye kan say effective and no mode madwuma ade ato honum me pacho se ye ka conditions of service a ade ane ene wo mu a ene nti mode madwuma to form
Oceano pay my remember was na me ma wachi na me fa ncha kase ma oceanfo ni diefo na teacherfo a team program kase the teacher teacher for the colleges of education at our catchment area and it's our platform is very big it's a great teacher for our Accra College of Education ATA one I work Eastern Enclave abetifi Cropon PC Abri Ada any more I try to share no 80 and then by the power of internet you cut across the country the OGD say across the 46 public colleges of education tutor via 80 and pay na yɛmfa nto dwa sɛ nokorɛ sɛ ɛnora National Council of the Association ɛde krataa bi pie dwa a me nsa hyɛ aseɛ na we no follow up to kokɔbɔ a yɛde ba aban a couple of weeks ago ansa na yɛbɛdi bronya no na yɛtwe aban adwensi so sɛ yɛne aban ayɛ negotiation awie a negotiation no it taking care of conditions of service and nkɔmmɔde ma 2017 to 2020 it implementation plan no said yɛ nyinaa wie yɛ kɔ apam yɛ MOU ɛto so on the 24th of September 2021 no na nhyehyɛ ne sɛ October, November, December aban de betua accruing arrears no from January up to October no amaye obechem yensa no wetua the 3 months 4 months wetua ama na free no na yehwanim October ama yehwanim November ama yehwanim December ama it in the opinion of a friend say council no they aban akwapam we get negotiation we negotiation na aban out of your own free will a committee on to writing MOU signing MOU no when so they are a bad thing there so no you bit me di also you know opposite you know so Jerekata Kodan National Labour Commission in respect of the labor laws of the country opposite of strike I want me enye kutupu na onkono the Kodan omo so we are within 7 working days no you bit me are respective you know council share and say if free ochina my friends any day across the 46 colleges of education you're reasonable you're students nanim you're system nanim na yen destroy but yen twa ban adwene so say yen so ye wo ai hia isika this antin you withdraw teaching service nko so we harmonize statutes no my or normal be yeah services be provided community service ka ho mentorship ka ho teaching practice and supported teaching supervision project work supervision normal be sa no money nyina no research work ni nyina egu so but freezy teaching up until such a time council officer aban be forthcoming with respecting the terms of the MOU any aban sign.
All right.
Now ebusia anopay anantese no
yanko the issue of the arrears government now was October, November, December no. Do you have an idea the indebtedness of government to a teacher for no some no?
We have an idea about what we are expecting, but I should be very happy for some unionized reasons no. I should be happy if Sika will be entitled to Obejeno. Radio so respectfully no we tie fo nyina many beje ho senka obema and on apartment kakra with us
menka individual but I'm talking about the bulk sum you expect mobetimi aka say aban de 1 million Ghana cedis and no wo breaking into miensa na wo ba betua no I want to have an idea how much is involved so that we can appreciate the issues say the amount is too huge and so government must pay
conditions of service obi over by virtue of Najuma or no. There was or draw some form of allowances, responsibility allowance. Obi HOD. Also draw a car maintenance allowance. Obi also draw entertainment allowance. And it doesn't even cut across. There are some of the allowances a way to some specific office performing individuals.
Okay.
And it will have a trickle down on all people because they are all performing those rules. It the quantum of money involved, I am unable to. Not that I don't have, but I don't have the capacity to let you know the money involved. All we know is we are entitled to conditions of service. To say uko obi ejumemo what's one a person service or a CID it's not so on uniform to your top atade aban e wo kwan e fa so e so na sen nti I don't need you come out say the sika na akem but to tell you say the sika say as me fa nkoto atade nche no na e den kakra nti adwuma no when you say more boy was a young one kadia ye a friend say map one say around 40 but the drew information be say we'll have to keep them at least
right.
for a while.
I am okay with that. You're moving
Thank
on
you very
to
much.
the decision to halt teaching activities and more no. Moya imagine say sikanem bae no anya bia mo call back to aban ekobisa say mo catch say October, November, December mo betua ka emaye na de na ekoso ema mo mo chechemu.
In fact, constantly no yene omo edi nkita ho say ye bisa ye fa phone ye frɛ ye bisa explanations were offered ye gusu ye documents ye data eduha. But in all of this, no, I must admit that there hasn't been any official correspondence. No, we know that we had MOU. If any party had a challenge respecting the terms of MOU need documented and oral, written. If that party ought to have written to the other party, explaining say, I have 1 or 2 challenges and it means me a meaty deadline as spelled out in the MOU. Nothing of the sort happened. It is for now. We are looking at the content. I mean the letter and spirit of the MOU. Yes, no written way has been issued by government or challenge respecting it.
Opani, somebody almost have this informal conversations now about their inability to pay. No, what do they tell you?
As I said, obviously, Omuguso, a fat nipa bebre, someone has offices bebre, and someone sana at me are translated into payment. Into Bia Yena, Obia Yenedier, drew Babia, ne delay kakra. They say if free her, and sana aquaha, and sana aquaha. But Yana, the other say, all the technical people were around time I signed MOU, and they considered processes are then able put through and sana are then to be translated into money. So so almost challenge and so almost foresee around that time they foresaw any challenge. Say be a delay. They would have pleaded for time for us to agree, say anything. But for all of us to agree, say Utia the end within 3 months, October. Imagine October, November, December, Papa. Now Nina between imagine say Christmas here amount for alesi wo boot obi nim say obenya kakra de akohwe ne maame na brewa na se ne ma na December bibia amasa den kakra eteno adesade de to aban nim say de na odi kan aka no ye gitum say aban ye na famu de wo hwe colleges here infrastructure na ade a aban putu across no eso ani ba ne nyina no betumi aswaba agent teacher for no benya abodue na etumi aye adwuma ejesu de kakra ewo mu no abanhwe teacher for yanim na onfa de sefata ye no emaye because ye de yetete nkwada no mo akwotira de it is ye na de amemfe ye adwuma na emwa amagana abanhwe nkwada ye a ebai memenda yanim na ontu anamo na e friend say onhwe abanhwe academic calendar ya because of COVID and other related issues, for almost 8 months or so, colleges no atrefi na fina yekro. Na calendar no enkoye basa. Yen factors ano money na anamo esefata no obi entu na etu nkotwe de etwene bema.
Opani obi anka se a teacher foi womu unduly demanding, seeing say yenya nim COVID-19 senia aheti oman na yisika sem no aye BC basakakra na ye kan news na de nyina yesi ye boy modern say ye economy no eba ni musuo. Are you not being unduly demanding, especially seeing say there hasn't been any formal communication between money the ministry and I say empenyufo aye come wan semi.
Ejiri say wa no jisema me de amai which it is we are not being unduly demanding, except professionally, I like your line of questioning. As I said, ubisa questioning na ubia uti nebi ana but who are ubisa questioning meaning say we are not being unduly demanding, especially when from 2017 up to date, you commensurate conditions of service. Put yourselves in our shoes. na ɛnura metai ade da do wo metai mu ma menam yetu me car tie ye wie ye se 10 cedis ade a couple of years ago ni etua 2 cedis ne 5 cedis no and ye se 10 cedis it you know goods and services nyina no prices no akosoro na from 2017 ye nya conditions of service bia na ye trans ye negotiation aban say because of covid you know ebe de 70 million de nka be de mamo 2017 ebe pem 2021 ebe mamo eti me shit 2017 agu me shit 2018 agu me shit 2019 agu me shit 2020 agu na Ghana ho donti ye ji etum aban say de betumi aye ne say me hwe ma ho ode me hwe covid me hwe ma ho keka de betumi aye ne say metua 2021 from January ye ji tum as a 7 no mi no bia utie bia bone ntem masetak ne ho say ya very reasonable et you know so ka we nyina bomu a na wo hwe twen ho a yenya wo hwe ya ho brase wo hwe se de ene aban asinkunya atranse up to data so because we have been I mean reasonably enough.
But also mutual akata command National Labour Commission munya feedback and as a response if you ho after you wrote to them.
National Labour Commission as usual how much say you should stay off the action, we should embark on the action. Now they are going to invite the other parties fingered so that they will make their submissions and they will give their directives. And the directives by but the end first any negotiation you go so yeah negotiation we are MOU if you ever can't say as soon as see and I say abide violate on the side of the contract we expected the NLC to have swiftly written to abide to compel abide to honor the terms. There is nothing to negotiate, there's nothing to arbitrate, and they say at the end of the whole paper that we are fine time no apa abide. So we expected National Labour to have rather ordered abide to pay. You know, that is why in the opinion of council and then advisors, legal advisors near the Adin in Abe, we decided say best serve with best interest to withdraw teaching service.
What be like say you tag somebody one more edma to from Tewu at the omode to from Ekowias here NLC Ebemu when we didn't come back let's return to the negotiation table and then the strike was suspended. Isn't it the same we are likely to see with yours? And based upon that, you should have waited a little bit longer.
Strike via the one permanent. Strike is used as a last resort to achieve results. Your GDS your strike your good case, your good cause. Now the to Ghana for any students here by colleges me am penny back any admission or Wesley College me am corporate admission man or am the school fees. Colleges no your money a bushing for a movie a teacher for no. And they wouldn't do anything untoward to destroy people's future. I want one thing I say. Now, like you said, you tag for others, eco strike. At the end of the day, wait for them in your solution. And you share him, solution here. As I'm here to buy any paneka. It is a nipa bear nimuneka. That's it. Yeah, share at the Maya. Why not? We'll go back to work. We are paid to work. We are not paid to stay home. So give us what is due us, and then we'll gladly walk to the lecture hall to go and teach our dear students.
Mzahima, I'm a pemedo as it's Ojimbe now need the
and command. I don't know to the new show, and then a few money now, when it will be your phone.
Medoasi for Inshira in Sema Waka Eddie Egumiswo. When you may ensure Mr. Hima say and pay 1 year to train and come on happy morning show as well. And it's all follow conversation now. Prince obeying him and in idiom command. If what's in the NTR Modio Mojimano at a form.
Me who dear main camp because you see, was a told Okasa about the posturing of government. And sometimes I was say government a barbon thing and a year some of these groups eternasi it didn't come explaining the reality on the ground to them omu nipa asem no by the daddy nature asem bia bebia ye dia no eneka nti what should nipa nebo because look young go back into history from 2018 and almost say they will agitate because 2024 your mom we fully tertiary institutions. Most of these teachers, sika no mo je na no mo je up until they raise the case. I was say government must treat them like lecturers or more normal universities. That negotiation, and Koswa, they were agitating over a long period of time. As some of them harmonized the conditions of service, Eba. In 2018, they called for a discussion on the matter. It did not happen. They went on strike, if you may recall, over 1 month. And Sana, colleges of education, teachers association, Eba back to the classroom. Only Omukushia somewhere around the year after their strike. And I'm what I say, when a minimum yen. Yes, and can never pomono. Munina modem sashen krata and as an idea. As we speak, we should see something happening. Irrespective of whether I said the economy is well or whether there is COVID or there is no COVID, we should have seen something happening. Said the Abaya, it will give a one more charadi and a treacher for no. Did you be say, Impono, and Yaman Koye na abai two and a more aye bibini trese obey obey to me ayo. But in this case, we've not seen anything happening. And I would say it's a kudos to the colleges of education teachers for say omotimi editu mu say ariesa a backdate na womuditu mu say 17 18 19 20 abanka say sikani ho nti yentimi ntua about 1 year no ye betwanka 1 year ni de senka e was enka mtim bom modern as we speak now na nka matua ye to public sector workers ebinumo katue mu a anase omo article 71 office holders ye to makatue mu a backdate me boa we paid them a backdate but we mu de omo etimi enyo pepa agya to mu say ai wo de aban ye tiase ye dwumadie na ye die no e very essential into the mu ni ska kra ye beku ye ho near the dwuma no at least in cafe think by this time e die enka ban etimi aye bibi but as we speak and now the inertia on the part of government in most of these cases it looks as if there is some sort of a discrimination when it comes to say bia obi penisika and I say obi aye adwuma and I say what people deserve. Now see at the moment in certain sectors in there you know go transe jojo in certain areas in there jojo that's not how it is supposed to be if indeed we want to advance our education. Because teacher need here motivation to stand in the class to teach. Teacher need here academia was so timinya. There was a point in time they were even requesting for book and research allowance. It was some demand. Said the demand university lecturers no. And also home about why should we treat our teachers like this?
We came in me nam Facebook. Na me copy Professor Ransford Jampo.
Me take a screenshot.
Me take a screenshot. My main came out man for. Was say until we strive to achieve some level of equity in the conditions of service of public servants and Article 71 office holders, there would be no industrial harmony. You cannot give the owner of the money
7%.
The money,
the owner
7%, and then give the caretaker
70.
over 70%. We are not fools. And I'm who's one day opening Ignatius Bafo one funny at war because they say they are raising
7% pay rise in base.
Yes, base.
And yet, we're not
yeah,
base, no. Base
7%. Was they have done well. We should clap for them. But Yanko NLC Mrani Mbisa said, and ye biano, the air cosway no. What did you know about it? And since they wrote back to a setup for no to inform them that they should hold on whilst they make efforts to reconcile the issues that they have brought before them. No, Yamamodeni National Labour Commission for ND and Kumo, but the BM no na me kai amount for set Safi NRD wo fidie no ato hanum say happy 98.9 FM ɛna wasu egusu a wutie ana afei nso no dwumadi ekoso live on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And no wetimi ade wani ade akire na nso no wode wadwenkyerɛ ade abrɛn na kakra bi a nso no wobetimi aka no na nso waka ne enyina no yedi enkomo ne yahwe abomu ɛwɔ happy morning show ɛso enti memo akwaba safe ɛna ade afide na to no se ɛnɛ nsɛm no ɛdɔso bebree ɛna yedi ɛho enkomo Mr. Ofosu Asamoah Executive Secretary Emma National Labour Commission yene no endi enkomo. Mr. Asamoah, good morning.
We grab me where you do our crowd.
Hello, Mr. Asamoah.
Sending me message 20.
Hello. I'm saying yensa aka opening na so wo bon komo ewo akire enti nadwene mba ne ho so se oda afidi ne so enti me pacho mom prompting me say he is live on air so that the private conversation does not come on air and he would be aware na ankoba say oni obi di nkomo na afi no akoboja na woboja na abeto afidi do si na afidi edam from him we free from him a enyi enti be so mom prompting na yene ni nkomo sefa mame nje say na wo wie di a
na me nwie
aha okay all right
look it's 7% rise in what?
All right. I'm saying Mr. Asamoah Abahoma no say yene ni nkomo. Mr. Asamoah, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Afishapa.
Afin come back to you.
I say afidi e sha say the heating kwa na eba National Labour Commission o.
Mu ya na mu de bunya de nzo ato aso.
Ede na ke ni say o ketwa na Jeffrey panyi ho. So ede uni aketwa. Nti ke ya sha say le no aka say o same me de ayi o hamper bre o ana yen ko ni sa.
Time am de be say hamper na me de strike the man. Yes, I do.
Mr. Asamoah, setak for as one edi one juma edi ato me pacho mamenje the reaction of a National Labour Commission or a setak for strike your machasi.
Yeah, said the no omo de ngwa bre se ya na ya nye yom do mo beto. Said the tewu ne anesthesis ne yom na just around the same time. It is a DMD can and so no wasam no so enya asem foforo ya dia by anima ya tena so pray quickly na no ya refer ama omo ministry education and finance ne fair wages and salaries a omo ma ombekini aboa na ya omo peno musaka na butoye mwaba eti as a commission we have referred to them but said you will know. At the same time, you talk for the they would dear or new ministry corner na each year or more. Say, sitak, they are not any pending, but they would not have been resolved. And Anna Johnson around 7 p.m. For anesthetists, they have come to an understanding. Momudo Musasha Mumasin they may be resuming work very soon. I think today or very soon. We are hoping say so the meetings are still going on to sit back there. It's unfortunate say the strike has come on, but then I hope say within the next 24 hours or so, no, we should be able to get through that as well. The ministry is working hard on that.
Opani sir, utie eye strikes here koso ni nyina womo akọ strike nyina no. There seems to be some sense of government communication and enkoye government ahokeka and enkoye nti and omde hu abufuo ede om adwuma no eto fom hu ni sa
me ni say maybe this it could be a possibility though, but then enkote drobania abanya nti say me sana mi hu but so they are
abebuo no man ti ase yankote adroni ahaya no se ne sen ho sikasem na ni anya na se de
as it training the meeting Chelsea here but enkote drobania abanya then the mining team na bitakra but I know say they are working on it.
Anra menam internet so na me story bi a attributed to wo no mature say on the matter of the TEU strike, you had indicated, sir, government must up its game to reduce the burden on you as National Labour Commission. But okay, baby, sir.
Caption, but at least what I said was, if there is an agreement, the unions must be cooperative and the government must perform its part of the contract. Because in the case of this teacher too, I know, sir, from the earlier understanding, some payments were due them and it had not come. They are saying the professional teachers have been paid and the workers have not been paid, but they had agreed on the sums and mode of payment at the time. And when you look at the labor law, people must be paid for the work they do, not only in quantum, but in time. You know, the labor law looks at it. So if it is true that the government signed an understanding, a memorandum with them, or whatever agreement, say you will be paid, and it will be paid within this time, it should not only be paid, but it should be paid within time as well. That was my advocacy. Only a collar, a Fumanamo, Binalcasi, as you were Bessia, who do a number of crowd, they are saying to Bessia. It was a new vision, yes, or tragedy, but his answer can go Colabia Penny. Colabia Jenny Papa, decent Papa, who had to know Quabontinia bonus, recatching Papa. The apostle sent Papa, the Muamana lose. Was observed Papa would be intimidating on chance of that's how it is. So I was just urging government, not only government, but even private employers who be when you go to the law, they will tell you they say the only thing that sweetens labor is reward. Tina be pipe war, you won't feel prakra or to a memorandum that was because of say I can room the river. So if labor is not rewarded, then certainly it is not worth or sweetening offering it. So that is my admonition to government and employers.
Does it come to you as a surprise? You tagging same year, a bay giddy, Madaroma, Modemusa, a bear moo, na, a noma a toll from Kakano, and that is almost next to Yame Pomoko. Does it surprise you?
Oh, it doesn't surprise me, especially when I look at the parties involved. Because you tag the and I made as a antecedent said the Abia would natural no. You tag the no a bit complex. Antecedent tag for the year. Yajatum see bitia at the mine on Bofu and now said to Indian. Sitag, you tag the no penny for no mutu or mose. Omukujina and name money a buying come. Ako aji shibia to do musash and cratanas. And watching na it could be mutagne mubi. I say no, penny for any coil. As some no to no mamma boy a man yet. And the engine to oh, now you tag me, you know. It been a starting for University of Ghana campus. And I near Hong Kong University Teachers Association. I cover all the public universities. UPSA, UCC, KNUST, UTS. No, I can it is about 16 universities. And now see be at 10 crowd. A tunipa, some and a ben way, Basum Begasom, Quabi. No, we not be Rubicase, and I Bicase. Don't kind need to Yabugua. Now I can get to me. You see, so we should look at it holistically, and the way that a threat of strike was issued by the University of Ghana branch of the UTAG and not the UTAG national. The question is who has the mandate to negotiate and for who? Can the desire of Legon be the desire of all university teachers in Ghana? And answer Omuka Yenintino Central Committee na Ajatu. As we stand now, me I have no communication from the UTAG National Executive declaring strike based on what University of Ghana said. All notices are about the University of Ghana. So if there's a branch strike, yes, that's what we want to talk about. But if it is a national one, but in any case, then I make an which means Casabia, included a 19 in Nami, Mihunam Minam Fimitrimujenka. Sebi Ekanayana Kato, and Tibuso Wasam. Yarifama ministry, no, and so you so to Tunia, say they are the problem here.
Mr. Samuel Bedo was an person of Jimena needing come on.
You, Miss Midamase.
Happy morning show no asugu so awutie no ohwe live ewo ETV Ghana utie ewo Nisim 95.9 and 100.1 and pay sports enthusiasts no mofanche ene yentimi emfa sports embre o manfonti no ye hwe atoa so saa ewo dwumedie no eso me mom de mabom ho modern akọ register me sim card no na de metimi register me Vodafone number no MTN de no me call yes me kwakọ register nipa na esum ho no intimi register mako 4 times say me kwa register me call ha me kodru ho no nipa ewo ho no intimi register intimi MTN SIM card ne de me register but me Vodafone SIM card ne de I've been able to register. And last year near Shasia October if I'm right.
Yeah, October.
Now it looks like say pressure is mounting with the deadline approaching March. It's far anyway, but pressure mounted at the various telcos now among for Elco. Some person will register on the SIM card so they don't lose their numbers and all. But you should any buying say at the time when there is that rooms, free space for us to do the needful, we don't do it, but you're trying to say last minute and I say, hey, you're doing.
No, that's not the issue. That's not the issue at all because since the beginning of SIM card registration, no, places have been choked.
Yeah.
In all honesty. But let's not forget that people have genuine challenges. People do not have their Ghana cards. The challenge also with the registration of Ghana card, you know. Inti nipa ni Ghana card that obey then our car register the same card. What must say? Inti ne bia by the time nipa ni kra ko di queue ma yenim se amanfo kra ko da centers on person mo ye Ghana card.
Yeah.
Inti by the time obenya the Ghana card na afa na okwa register no. Na numbers no so was still I was obey ko say queue wo honom. So that genuine challenge no e wo ho. But Sammy we ask, how is it not possible? How is it not possible that you can sit in your home? Let's not forget that we have registered SIM cards before. Let's not forget that ukoto SIM card I was all register and so start here use. So at least you know your name is there. First now you compose you say also we use Ghana card no. Your other ID now ultimately register no. Wow picture na that's so what must say. So your number is in the database. And why can't there be a situation where Ghana card now all the information including your fingerprint in our honor you use it to register to say almost do it online and so what can mark capture wo you know I don't know where online now fan ko cross check the old registration now where you say nipa nanim na ewo ha no eno na ewo Ghana card this one then that's the person no man ga so money o ma de at the H3 I appreciate the concern say what if obi card can register but say na make no nipa no registered the same card in the first place with the ID physically dada until you check the person's picture ni din ni date bibia ne corresponding what is on the Ghana card then that's it and then leave the space for those afen omuji new numbers no omunko register because I don't understand it honestly with COVID-19 and everything I am uncomfortable to go and queue for hours because the more you are contained in a space you know the higher the risk. I am uncomfortable to go and queue somewhere to go and register my SIM card especially after I start the process online.
Sefa
teacher for us them there at the makumaso but the moment I come back to teacher for us now sir employment minister announced 7% increase in base pay but mpesa amount for tears base pay and no hours I will spend the amount of money you twelve per hour as an individual and the number of hours you spend at maybe a jumano. What you are saying? The ever say per hour no the you 15 Ghana cedis here. A day no spend 8 hours 15 times 8 in year 12. And when you can in our boom, even more high tuom a year now even more a tuom now even more a tuom bosome. A can in our boom no and on your base pay. Apart from base pay no ye wo enema nkete bi allowances bi e de ka ho into be he no bi sika no aswell to about 10,000 but on only base pay no is somewhere around 2,000 and as 3,000 Ghana cedis. Let's understand that said the be ya obi ka say ya 7% ya on free na on konkoji nani
na say first now first na base pay 5 Ghana na ene base pay no obaji 8 Ghana enti ntumu kakra mba offset our transportation cost. Offset our electricity cost. Offset our water bill and you would have to go and look for that 3 Ghana cedis which has been added to your 5 Ghana cedis to be able to meet these things.
Here, and not just the base and base pay increment in Guania dear Juma. Your nominal income is also part. Sika beka wonsem after why bibia ya tete woniema bibia wo salary na waje no ya tete wakutua sika beka wonsem no eno nso eka ho because eno na betimi e de akotowe and if the increment in your base pay is not having any consequential impact on your spending misrew enya dia ede enije bia eba ma me hwe o de emfa ne enya example ansa na mako registration is so emfa say base pay somewhere around 500 Ghana cedis na ya see atum 7% ya
nti sa percentage na beto so no enye hwe o abrabo
same o de pacho
yenkwe o de fa eko
yendonze 7% ebinum de 7% ebinum de 74%. The no ewo nti
na ade
se compare
na se ensa ni nyina nyepe
ensa ni nyina nyepe
ensa ni nyina nyepe
metiase ensa ni
nyina work as 74% 70% no there are CEOs of state institutions state agencies collecting thousands of cedis
na nde ho anenim
ebi wo ho e bro mampani aketu
eno de obi anim
o mampani so nka sen
eno de obi anim
so eyen satia ebi de bi achi
sa
yes
okay
into how is it possible that
na mo enti mo yenye
agencies be
mo yenjina
president
ya beko mo yenko
look ya start January sikasem hu hia o just sikasem menye sikasem ntina omode omu enkugu nkaka egu ozo omunya adwuma bi no sikasem no hu hia you see look the huge inequality and also inequity in our pay system no we should find a way to deal with it.
And we thought single spine was supposed to
it didn't it's even worsened the matter. It's worsened the matter. Let's be frank with ourselves. It's worsened the matter. Yentwaso I SIM card registration.
Yes.
Na me you say you were in the era of digitization and digitalization. Mebwa.
And one money no.
Okay. So why are we queuing up again? Why are we queuing up at telcos offices to go and re-register till any registration or we are going to re-register our SIM cards? Why? The data now omoje no NITA anyhow. The data is seated at NITA's service meboa. Enti SIM card na me ba register me the new NIA card am dey den register. The fact kind very simple. Compare. Compare, all you needed to do is migrate the person's NIA card number to the data now what they done it. That's all.
SNIT has done it.
SNIT has done it.
We don't have to go there. We didn't have to go there. Why didn't SNIT call us to come and capture
buy data? And do they even have that right to capture buy data of their clients or
the
their
court
customers?
And they call court in Yabagu.
And them found and them court Abagu asem. But do what I use that to the beer. One more.
And injunction, no. Let me say the record.
Injunction.
That's the injunction.
The injunction, they are twagu. Ebia the substantive case, the best could be.
Yes.
And when you focus and be say, enye bibia na yembra, eto de bia yemfa nyansa enye den. Enye adwuma. For
Sammy. Some of the reasons they've given for this SIM card registration, no. Mami. That's to stop fraud. Sammy, they don't ask me to put my fingerprints before I withdraw the money. So what's the point?
Why should you let people go through this stress just to register their SIM cards? Re-register their SIM cards.
So sure they now. So fraud in sense, scam it's virtually with only one network. I won't mention any name. Oh dear, some people my dance. Many are
it's two networks.
You call almost 1 hour of conversation. My friend me say, oh, why you doing? I'm scanning me and I'm sure she can't be. I saw you agree say 3,000 Ghana cedis. See, and I'm sure if a woman is sending me, now me found to know they sending me. Or say friend I say BB. And I'm there. We are about 10 minutes later. No friend, no so scanning by. I'm sure me send you. And I'm say system now achoku. Into me by. Into on find another number sending me or something. They sending me. And then so me no friend me or they sending me. I'm sure me boy. I'm sure. It didn't buy any kwakwadu. And yet the old boy in the basso. How? It is said one of your mouth is on the moment. Me na the idea at 2 na we say, oh, be you mama me. Me na kasa be 1 hour. After there, ono hu say no agubone na me need you know. Na di atowo de gumi so de. Enya asem ketwa. And it's about you're making your point and sign up me talk to Rudy. Sorry.
No, you did not look, you see, fraud in some way. And the real fraud is not even with the mobile money stuff. Real fraud, it was said we need to take a critical look at. Internet fraud in the account. It is still ongoing. Look, there are illegal capital flights from this country, outside of the country. It is still ongoing. Are we not targeting these things? Huge sums of money. There is corruption in this country. There is financial irregularities. There is financial misappropriation going on in this country. I just want to have a full logical understanding of why re-registration and why people have to, suffer double agony. Double agony in the sense that only telcos office be on baby or no. About be 30-31 kilometers, 40 kilometers, only be and the person would have to travel all the way from baby or just to go and register or re-register their SIM cards. Number 2, they say only panocrebia or no any NIA card no. And the baby NIA office no one of the card no is another distance. I also travel a NIA card and sana was travel about a SIM card registration. Look, a classical example, and there was a texter. I'll text here from a Tiwa West. No, because the whole of that particular district, there is nothing like a telco's office in there. Into Onono Enante and also Faka, every Tiwa West at the Bafantiakwa district. Ayo Sino and San Baba register the SIM card. How many people can do that? How many people? What will be the incentive of me attempting to re-register my SIM card? In the era of the digitization, I was suspecting that these telcos together with NCA would have come up with a genuine means of amount for every register on my SIM card. But we are not seeing that. And I don't know whether the telcos are happy seeing people coming to queue at their offices. Are they happy? Is this what we call digitalization and digitization of whatever it is that we are doing in this country? We should do better. We must do better because we part the entire back say.
Well, yeah, try say any Chamber of Telcos bidding komo.
Omega sade.
Na ye bisa omo de ekoso ne ye try say any NCA for ebidi enkomo. Bomo NC womo na so. Ye try say any NIA for enso ebidi enkomo. Ye wo so onhuma no nyame adom na se nsaka omo ye ne omo ebidi enkomo e wo jimedi no eso. But wo fie utie because my submissions when I make them ye fancy here the sifa any fati akano fancy here. Now I came the day after send me registration exercise no. Me be ka wo ha say all that I did on my phone, *404#, it's in my head. When I got to the place, it was useless. I started the process again.
How?
The entire process.
How?
I started the entire process. All that I did, I thought say at the my any nyina we could do on my the umber say fingerprinting my ena bibiano. I started the entire process again. I came here and I said it. Then the issue about the ability for the phone to detect even the fingerprint because it's a picture they are taking now. The essence. And whether that company they have given that contract to has a right to have my information. Lawyer in the court. I will seek injunction. Court. I'm hoping the substantive case is being heard. Ni hu baby about could do. Na so mbedru awie na se nipa no age biometric information in every year. Do we know what they are using it for or what they are going to use it for? It's not for any reason. Anything NIA for NIA registration, to take and keep our biometric information. In this day and age, where when you go to Twitter and you see an ad and you click on it, over Facebook, na a similar ad, Oboko a Twitter, not a similar ad, even when you are on local Ghanaian website,
talking about
it will
clicking.
pop up for you.
Sammy, you're talking about clicking.
You're selling your data.
You're talking about clicking. Opa yete my ending komobi physically. Now you are kobi social media na she.
Me
Access my me say. Yete my ending komobi. Now you are kobi social media na she.
Ebe pop it.
I'm telling you.
Google is always listening.
It's like
Google is always listening because if I say okay Google, ebebi and ebi no, obisa so try saying send
exactly.
So your phone is always listening.
Yes.
Whether you like it or not, your phone is always listening.
Samsung or TV, your 45
I know I'm designed to wait in standby mode.
Yes, they are standing by. Whether Google is on or off. You're being monitored. Your data is being sold.
We'll try and sample, the experiences of people. See about back from here in commercial break now. I'm for any and anti. So we have 29 more minutes before we hit the top of the hour 8. Afi and Adwo Fidi Natwanum say more kwaba eba Jimedi. So on the page there's good news for our viewers and our listeners. Cheesy Pizza for CN Control said they have opened another branch, a new branch at East Legon, and they are ready to serve you. One more hour above a year Compute Ghana, American House Junction Honma East Legon. And I pay minia open a year tasty a year pizza pan and one any a year cheesy pizza. One more jollof for the grilled chicken there. Wow, to me say yes. A bit so one pack tasting a fine, and so you can go there and order some for yourself and your loved ones, especially CSC a New Year ye emu e. GoSec Energy for Cement Control said, minia. Bomodian say when you more ebedi and come up, but that aside, me for intromanza. GBA nominations a year script no. Who sense I'm new di home come say one must see control say minia. Bomodian so bet nominate a year of favorite beverage into the Ghana Beverage Awards a year 2021. All you need to do is to just take the first step, and that's to nominate now. Call one website, www.ghanabeverageawards.com, to nominate. And I said for further inquiries, Biano, but your 02022222095. Terms and conditions apply. Until yen shannon so na yen nominate na a year of favorite a year beverage, nominate minia na woman suno, woman etime winning a year award, say a ensure. Wonum no na apese o nominate say aye ensa wonum ensa alcohol wom na apese o nominate ni nyina na akwenya e ho no different categories obetimi nominate nti bomodin say obekọ aye wo a website Ghana Beverage Awards no na one nominate wo say Ghana Beverage Awards inspiring excellence in Ghana's beverage industry. Uyobi a suffer from a prostate disorder ana Uyobia wotai Johnso intentem Uyobia Johnso ana sometimes obre se Johnso na ebeba Uyobia Johnso ana Johnso na ayese emu ache mienu bomodian se menua obemomode no akọ G&G Herbal Clinic na woni o makodin komo womo Ghana's #1 in prostate disorders treatment na womo emboa na womo entreat yade no emfa emma womo se womo treat yare bi etise stroke, erectile dysfunction, ane hemorrhoids say efa no koko eho ensensem sifa word we bia na betimi aboa me menim say eye sciatica anase sciatica okay and it's a sciatica enso ehawa me pacho ni nyina no okwa almost within 48 hours you see 50% improvement ewo yade a wode ebae no eho womo ewo Ashoman Estate ekwane so hon ma Musuku Road hon ma baby a go filling station ewo no from ewo 0558595032 na onyomo ND enkomo GNG clinic about the prostate homes and some womo polar womo mantem so womo HSN edicanfo Adonko next level premium energy drink vitamins proteins ewo ebo maltimi enya ahoden sonko na ode ye adwumaden ema high concentration and memory improvement onumbia minia ona wo sen no undi 18 years na bava me pacho enumbi oba for yefunu anaso ma akwada no for wonsusu no enumbi se wota no bebre nsusu a ebetimi ahaw ntimi siraw enumbi frɛ wɔn ɛwɔ 0204898698 and 0592610998 now ne Adonko next level premium energy drink for Indi Enkomo SIM card registration who sends me no the National Communications Authority for saying can man for say minia Mr. register your SIM card obo star 404 hasha who follow the prompter you can register your SIM card oko Otelco say Vodafone say Airtel say MTN me pacho they would assist you to complete the registration exercise so that you can keep your card deadline no is approaching and yen so na yen no yen register yen SIM card no na asem anko to say we will lose our cards we anim koma na egui apono so yedi hu komo ansana ye call for the break no and you know safe enade ofidi na to on sia de ye kan ne se akwaba na ye nantia na ye nama na yedi ye ho enkomo me hese menya text messages about through ni bi na menkan emfama omanfo anopai na ye ntoaso na yendi enkomo na medika ka say medi ekoso e Facebook Twitter any Instagram and to wait me follow and now so the comment any views no would e be e the abrain e wo jumedi so Ahmed Al Hassan Efien was a good morning Eunice and so Efien was I'm watching you others one more comment abrain and pay no we every idrusu ho also say I'm watching you guys and I'm enjoying the conversation this morning. Keep reading our text messages. I'll try and do that, my brother. We say ensu efni abena Tokunu, I hope say I got your name right. Also, I'm listening to the Happy Morning Show, and on the issue of the SIM card registration exercise, the number of people I met there alone deterred me from registering. I'm hoping they will extend it till the end of the year. We also there with the Abraham, we every Eugene. Ahiable honum or no so efia and pay was I'm enjoying the Happy Morning Show. Today is my first time and I'm happy that I chanced on your network and I'm following keenly. I'll be joining you each day from today. We a commenter Albert through my said if I can get a lot more to share with our viewers and our listeners so that we proceed. We if we Piaga honum was a good morning. Hey Ghana Black Stars. Emmanuel Emma Willis, watching you live from the United States of Kissaman. Good morning, everybody. God bless you guys, and we are all doing the listening. Pia Kwabena Enox, please, what is the news that came from Cocoa Also, okay, we see every year the patriotic voices of Bechim and the Kwaku Bodu, and what they say message we say, and so ebaye we say watch ya. Mr. Sapon, no and the funded patriotic voices no what they say message at the brain. And these are a few messages that have come through on Facebook that I can share with our viewers and our listeners. But now I can say media also live our Nisim 95.9 and 100.1 Yemo Kwaba Safi and Adu Fidino at 200. Ye be said, what's been your experience? 190 year na okro a year wo service provider say Vodafone say a MTN say a Airtel Tigo experience no net saying process no net saying how easy how convenient was it for you to register your SIM card saying yamiadom what me register untimi register ya I don't know want me register ya we any question I bisa anapay or by eating come but anapay is no say we are no the issue about the 30%, 50% benchmark discounter. Now you enjoy at our point of entry, the ports are buying on the 4th. A castle was suspended and also was withdrawn. One more catcher say and suspension not to and then the not one more are suspended. The suspension. What are you making I say? I did not ye suspended no. I did not ye hot no. And per the suspension of that suspension no. And we will know whether the suspension is in force. And yani one more everything come good for asoetia. Importers and exporters asoetia. Car dealers asoetia. Freight forwarders asoetia. One more the omagia bomb musiri mo musu peno AGR for and I know more edi enkobo. But we would want to find out from Guta Force and Yibiano, where are we with respect to the suspension of the benchmark values, you know. I don't come on any day. For now, you'll be to me 0244 885140 0244 Now, what can we experience at the train? If you've made the effort to register your SIM card, if you've registered your SIM card, the experience, the offer mono, now offer na what their mind patrol. Important to say, offer lower TV setting, lower radio setting. Now, if you are boarding, and maybe I will free. Number is 0244 885140 0244 885140 and 0549 508687 0549 508687. We and the numbers may not pay the age. Obi to my friend on your doing come on. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Tuga.
Ima.
Oye Idi, eka safri tabora laji.
Yanko.
Yo, say Tuga. O anga sa o kase o fuye sa o kofa mu no. E ma o sa ba fie. Abi de wi e wo sa ba advert ni bio. Nipa nye o. Hey Tuga. Wanga sa wa chire wa ko ho be 3 times or 4 times. O ko e na anko yi. O sa se na mo say o register 404 star na. And now, of a new process. I see, and so still was sabo advert. Although
what did who say?
Bye.
What did who say? Baby, I may call a semi call you stand and maybe I could do on any panel doors funti. And I'm sure. Now, Obi Honman area, Bako, and any papa country Honma. Okay, I know register. Have you thought about it? 0244 885140. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sally.
Yes, sir, Chief.
Mike Neclago.
Yo, Mike, you're not going to pay.
Maybe me walk Clago into your hormono, a junction ball, and your friend said Kutubabi. Now, Sammy Oko, and for go ultimate sound was a day, Davan, and they do so. It may register. And second one here, me village. Yeah, hoye enuma pepem. Before Benya baby register, just say ufaka basum. One faka basum. There's no way so Benya MTN office. And I said your friends have voted for office. Into maybe say 6 months now what they are 200. A bed them in Kofa register. And a village so I dare SIA Boboni said, Udu or transport or the Befa car basum or no unibi. I say on faka no kwako register baby says and for so no benya so e wo so enti esem bebe and benchmark no so sami me make it car me issue taxi last 2 years me madam for be to Toyota Yaris na 35,400 2021 ye ko be say na 45,000 enti enen ya masan ye fi so in there Toyota Yaris o ko to there the service of 60,000 so of it yes ra won car no ye do okromo ha o kantanka cars na wo ye no o ko akoto is more than 100,000 and as VNW no there's no way so the VNW be be taxi it is ra won any brain e kasa yes ra won won here be found because ultimately transport mo akoto car 700,000, 60,000. And so the bad taxi. Over there, no, they are taxi. Sammy, I don't know.
Cell phone number so 0549 508687 and 0244 885140. Wait me needing command pay. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
What's your name, baby? Africa Chief.
Nidi Abdurrahman Mukasa Kiri Fulukrum.
Yanko Fulukrum.
A program one say, to be Okori style or Ori style or Sato Chibako as I already style. If you already share the food in there to the government age, my age, and I say about articles. O yi ba ko fi na ba ko ba di ba ko so kan wa na ni mi ba ko so aka ta ko ji
Where the Mr. Meet me new one because it looks like a technical issue and I don't have the technical knowledge to help you with the problem because it's the same SIM card no udi shame two ni na shame na se ba ko nya adwuma but we say no 11 na ya adwuma there might be a challenge somewhere maybe with the phone maybe with the network I don't know. And wait a minute, it's beyond me. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Nana.
Yes, I'm about to baby after free.
You over 2 p.m. because I free cook after first dose.
Oh, is that 2 p.m.?
That's why.
Hey. Young girl.
Over
2 p.m. The okra they were here found at 2 p.m. At the mall.
Namia do my break. Me for watch room.
So, young girl.
But you over some money at my way. Na nye hamikaka ogana card on say we know to say na akoba say ehwe nyama obi bia say obi ayi bi na nka mimi mum de nka mema adwini mu no ka me say nyama o man no ani mu nipa no saade a nka ntenimfo me yenye ho na nke yenye police station say de ya ne ye beto aba ye we no ade ne say ID card no na obi anko ne polling station na nkonko ye ne de ewo cyber matric machine because MTN for office ya yekeken me ami krom asante mampon inkra se bi se ejira a table kwam dan so plan kajebi eni oku mimpeka sa ne banana no mo nkro bi ewo insuta ama deposit ne mpatemu no area ni nyina ho no ka jo se MTN office bi eni ho ba bia nipe ho so doso sanko fo no so nyina ya kuafo se bi ne de ese kwa ne pesi ai bi akuasem kofem ni so to akua ni obegya na afu a wokoho etumoto ana bicycle so oba MTN office aba be register ni Ghana card ni slemben fo se fi se be bo e ya di aye compose se obi anya bibia ofasami mpidin fo moa na kenya police station na ko bi anya kwan en register de dia
Medo asa na pay self fair now ni di enkomo ana pay el jumedi no so 0244885140 and 0549508687. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, about your baby afrefi.
Ngajem ka fi atenta.
Udin.
Medin di peti.
Yo, yanko.
Okay. Anira madam fudi e ko madina ke ye. Jagin 100 Ghana nka na mo ye register man.
Cheche, almost in 100 Ghana cedis so or the register in the SIM card and also the Ghana card.
Ghana card na. Oh, kwa 100 Ghana majina Ghana.
I want him.
I don't Madina.
Wow.
Okay, for me so I'm sure you're yet.
Yo. But also na pay software na ba jumedi so. 0244885140. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Well, I'm saying Nipano, before and we're free. Obeti your friend, 0244885140. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Pacho Dini baby after free chief. Pacho say. Hello. Too bad. Nipano entime yina homano eso. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
What you pom say?
Nyame adome ho yan pacho na so e.
Zo adumbo ko afin shapaso.
Afin komati emini a odini baby afrefe.
Pacho mi di Isaac Mensa Liberty. Mi free airport.
Yemko Isaac.
Me da masepane program we am di abai. Ghana ye promise aye won ye mpenufo asabi ye wo Ghana. Ghana card ya dia ye ni free. Last year me ye rent a car e could north. It could 3 weeks or e Ghana card man for. nkɔfo bebree ntim kra anjom Ghana card ne yɛsa ba Accra ha yɛba Accra ha in 2 days ne yɛsa akɔ Oti region and Volta region ade kɔ Ghana card mom nso go 3 weeks nkɔfo bebree ntim anjom Ghana card me yɛsa de ba Accra ha ɛbɛyɛ Accra ha de any other regions na de na ɛyɛ free sisia no yɛsi wokɔ office na wɔ hyɛhyɛ ona 250 Ghana cedis. This obi ebia eja na o say o so ye no nduye. Next end to the 20s wanya sa age no so kwakoye na uji 250 Ghana cedis. Ansa na waya Ghana card. Na okọ so ko send simu a aje so use say no na no ho kro brapa ni mi a mi gina he. Makọ we say more me call am say network down. Odu friends pick farm down where total frequency down na makọ be 17 times. Jolu Makoho by 15 in Namiko Blapani, Mintimi, and your time and register. In the best second and putting for the same. Omuya would tre, let's say, Ombuchma at tre, time amaye. No much me just as you can mojo Ghana, friends, Ghana card, honor, and I office now. Omoch says Kermu, number baby office, no man for which my Ghana card, I'll register, a baby, because Blapani had papa. Opening Mria William Breboni, a Jima 70 Sika Ayade. One acquire 250 Ghana is acquire Ghana card. Obani, Meadows on a pay. Yo, Meadows on a pay so friend about Jimedino, as but yen explaining more man for say the registration exercise, no. Your premium service or what? So open premium service now, that's the one you pay that amount of money. But the ordinary registration exercise, I believe that they said that they were going to be opening a year offices amount for which me no more register. But premium service, no, and no, and I would hear that amount of money. Yen so, yes, yen so. Now yen differentiate. It's very important. Hello, good morning.
Hi, Sammy.
Yes, sir, Chief.
Sammy, to your say.
Juba.
Me, what I you Juba.
Oh, cafe na kami ne onipa.
Oh yeah, man, I will me for United States of Kisama.
Onipa enko.
Nice one. Sammy, premium na wokano. Who office one ma? They don't even explain for you. They don't explain for you. Say premium be what I know. No, you have to pay and normal process. They don't. The only thing they are interested is to take the money. Now, over SIM card registration. Sammy, which United States echo Hacho. Who call her to MTN office now? Miraho. United States, they say MTN office be near say. It's your call. I've gone there 4 times. Mean you because I'm do song. Who call they saw Achimota overhead on man. And yet, for me, I didn't know almost mean the vantage point is. Tell me a day better. Because meaning to me after now because who question lie one who get to you and all that no. There's so much they should forget. They should forget it. Sammy.
But don't see myself at the page now. Both for now, but say forget it. If you don't get it, forget it. Good morning.
Morning.
But you didn't be for free.
Make a firstly, I think I'm Kumasi.
Yo, Minia, Udin.
Make your friend Raymond.
Raymond Yanko.
Make a Ghana card you hello?
Yeah, me know ha. Hello? Ray. Alright, too bad. Raymond, enter me in hello?
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Onia, ofini womasum, Mr. Do radio no mame. Mr. Pa. Wow.
Me free Akatiba market.
Ahepa. Hello? Alright, too bad. Onia no enter me engineer homano esum. Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, but you didn't be free.
Do I knew? I
didn't cut you. I have no control over the line to cut.
Okay. Sugar.
Yeah.
Also, how you see where the stabilization. And I catch your PHP program. And that's also who you see there. Okay, where do you see? I'm on the uye tree program.
And your tree program. And your tree program, Mepacho, it's a blend of the two languages.
I don't know what my here. Because all the friends or partners is back from Okawa. Okacham say tree program.
Me say, these controversies don't help. Mepacho, please. Mepacho, let's proceed. Obi Otie program we say from the onset to know to say we speak English. I conduct interviews in English sometimes. For 31 hours, I'm conducting interviews in English. Everybody understands that is the nature of the show. When I have a guest who doesn't speak the Tree language, there was a guest who came and what they I war me and you remember that day or Jamie and come watching me. And so we speak every language if we can speak. I speak Fanti on this show. Yeah. So it's allowed. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, Chief. What do you need to for your opinion?
Who explained that chairman?
I thought you were off the line. But the point I'm making is that we speak English.
I understand.
We speak
Spanish.
Anyway. Let's proceed. Hello, good morning.
Hi, morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Pacho, voice no down. Yes, sir. I feel them too. Can Pacho didn't be for free. Yes, sir. Pacho didn't be for free.
Pacho, ya frame hakim because Kasuri Kasua.
Pacho, young chief.
Now, I didn't know we register card for MTN. A munti for mobile no baby or more SNS can or munti me and order. Elma, yen I gave
it's an idea you have brought up, but you see, information. It's an idea. Also, the Abasenka, one mama a year, the vendors no, almost no intimate annual registration, but it would have eased the pressure on a year. But the control over the data, the information, the collection of the information, I think it might be one of the things they may want to control. And Timbacho, it's a brilliant idea. You. Medo say 0244885140, 0244885140. Also get me a friend now near the Nkomo and pay eligibility so and 0549508687. Hello, final caller. Abba Homani. So hello, good morning.
Hello, morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Chief.
If I saw your friend me, Demon Sim, me free. Yeah, mine.
Pacho Bodini be mama.
If I saw your friend Demon Sim.
Demon Sin.
If I saw I.
Be ye born.
Some so they I was Ghana card register in the paso and they even know you. So you say as I for no more day by as I for the affair strategy that.
It do it a nickname now a bonus. O papa to say the frail baby. Demon Sin.
What if your friend is Demonson?
Demonson.
What if?
Well, I'm just asking, Xavier. Nickname. The nickname you on man.
I'll go back to a nickname.
So for clarity,
a nickname.
What's the name?
No, be your buy our CFN 2 p.m. You want to say?
They didn't demand. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Any man demand. Say, "K, my way with the 2 p.m."
What if your friend no TUPEM 2 p.m.
When you find out so from Manchester, we didn't say no. Well, so far, my emfa statement be a free NIA for her buy no. Men kind na yemfa emma manfo ntiase kakra. Was it the National Identification Authority wishes to inform the general public that effective 3rd of November 2021, it will commence the operationalization of its 16 regional and 275 district offices across the country based on the following plan. 1. From the 3rd to the 5th of November 2021, they are setting up conducting public sensitization and engaging with community leaders on the impending operations of the regional and district offices. This will also enable newly appointed officers to familiarize themselves with their various communities and undertake other preparatory activities. From 8th to 16th of November 2021, except weekends, issuing Ghana cards to Ghanaians who registered during the mass registration but could not receive their cards. And it was supposed to have been said, one more register here, but one more annual cards last year between 8th and 16th of November. These offices were supposed to be operational to give these people their cards. Then it says that from the 17th November onwards, continuation of issuance of Ghana cards to applicants. Let's say if we last year, 17th of November, the NIA is still issuing a Ghana cards.
Yeah.
Now, was saying from that same 17th November, registering and issuing Ghana cards to Ghanaians aged 15 years and above. Let's say the registration is still ongoing. From the 29th of November 2021 onwards, replacement of lost, stolen, and damaged Ghana cards. And from that same date, updating of personal information of applicants in the National Identity Register. The NIA will announce in due course the timelines for the registration of Ghanaians under 15 years. The regional and district offices of the NIA will operate within the usual business hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Premium Registration Center at the NIA head office will be open for business on Wednesday, 3rd of November 2021. The NIA respectfully requests the cooperation and support of members of the general public. Abudu Abdul Ganiyu and Wotro Sakratano Edebaye. To set the record straight, Oko a year head office now registration and not a premium service. There you are paying that 250 Ghana cedis. But the question is, are these offices operational?
But if you know one call a year
head office.
Echo district office, echo on national identification card, the same day, omutu 200 Ghana cedis to 250 Ghana cedis. But so Kuta says and this is not allegation. This is a friend of mine who came in from somewhere or on the national identification card. Look, see, the system works. But there are people like systems be no and as the places be imagine they will sabotage the system. If it had not been the case, I didn't know say within just about less than 15 minutes you could get your national identification card. Uncle premium uncle premium service. But ubekoni akatro say ne ye nipa bed 40. Omo ne service apart from omo no ye service obi abi mo big timi ko national identification officer ekoko da 2 a.m. just because of a national identification card. I mean how?
Anyway, and that information for your tier for ni ahwefo nyina say I mean oko wo offices now ko register Mr. and yes a secretary assembly but oko head office there a secretary assembly and yen hye nso na enyina no yemfa enhye yemkotodwe mu enra na ye hwe animu say benchmark value no wo mo koyi omo no ma e report ne de na wo mo eba kotua the full amount say a general goods 50% for selected goods utia full amount for vehicles utia full amount na 30% and 50% respectively na previously ye discounted the amount for no any hopium in guarantee yes GR4 ekaso ma suspended till ene. People were raising issues to say now one more cars any one goods if you man a buy before the issuance of a year no one go through the process already started the process already. No, what happens to them? Are they also affected considering some man ebedru ya and sana ye issue a SAR statement on the 30th and who say some akobaye good for SOETI importers and exporters SOETI car dealers association for SOETI freight forwarders SOETI and then akwesi saying yenyanantie say aban any omo ADD nkita ho aban any omo jojo ni ahebabia ebe akwesi and asem no ne fapem and saying is the suspension still suspended or nyamepa efri and econo. It's about full payment for the selected general goods and product here you can asem ya na. Then the question emerges, say, our decision to reverse these discounts on these benchmark values, that decision, anye bia no, say aban pesikenti, ena ye free ho, and I say AGI for proposal say to help strengthen local industries. Women to finding your feet and to prevent these unwarranted competition. These imports have been provided for a year, providing for a year these young businesses, and until any year now. See, if I can win idea here.
Government is intending to improve on its revenue collection. Yet the a year values no echo its original status. It means that there was some amount of money being a government Lucy as a result of the reduction over a period of time, and a government will be able to rake in a little bit more from there. A year AGI say, Omono, they have certain companies and I say entities or my they have the ability, and they have the ability. And then one yene a year over said Chuma Kwabwa aiding commando. He made mention of the fact that capacity is built over time. And that the argument is that if we can resource these companies, said the to me are building the capacity to manufacture and also produce to feed the marketer and Gebebwa, and it must start from a Sabria up until say umbenya capacity umbetimi manufacture and nema not just Omwebe supply Ghanaians, but also across the West African sub-region. Now, maybe grab it to me, EDB, Ako, Amanone. That's another argument here. I was here a few years. But that on that score now, a year guta, and so Kase. Some more say a boy there. And then Kabaya, Mumian still, you hold on to benchmark values no reversal. Nanka, you will trade us, or may war or may more, they could form a consortium. Everyone who said Fati company no ebetimi manufacture rubber materials yenya ye ko amanone ekokofa rubber materials eba no yenka yesika mum na ehwe say bi ebetimi support Fati rubber manufacturing company over a period of time. See who say Fati manufacturing company is now able to meet our demands, then we can stop entirely say for rubber products free our non. I think that's also an argument we need to take a critical look at. But predominantly for me, so Ubisame, in my personal opinion, I won't say particularly because of AGI's proposition. I feel deep down say it's because of a government revenue target I was setting. All right. That could be one of the ways of beating me a draw.
Mr. Benjamin, your boy in Incomo, National Wealth Officer Emma Guta, in Incomo, Missana, in Biano, and a Payno. The status of the reversal at the same. Mr. What? Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, in both design of Paja. Yo, and Rechi, now you didn't come our fact sheet. Na over yet yes meeting be koswa aban enimudin so and no so nyan ntia GRA had suspended the suspended reversal no ebepim ene what's the latest?
You mean as me for none of the point is meeting because the thing just guta your other groupings there associations are we are affiliated with you are together in a forum. I have a consultative forum.
Okay.
There were members of GIF, freight forwarders. There were Importers and Exporters Association. There were Food and Beverages Association. Almost also so among ourselves, we were meeting to see what line of actions are missing. Whilst we await a calling from government to sit down, now you share the way forward. It's I know that money here. As of and what they said, the Muamuya aware. If you are said them to be uncle because now entry to them go to now. Oma Eka say omodi shene. We are hoping say need and tie bi baba na hu the way for it. So then na no me mam the case ye say a chance. Na ye read 43 omokai. Now you read the capacity of the local industry to produce. Sana, Ekofa Oyen know how be because if they don't have that capacity, now yes, our values of these 43 so they pay the full values. Because then NIPA will have to fall on the imported items and also the raising values. That means cost of these goods will go high. The idea be say dialogue stakeholders this year, about consensus. No boy,
most started some Kasa at some point. Moka said government must hold on. I remember some deputy communications officer Eka said, and Guta is looking for a total reversal of the decision. And Yebiano government are reaching out.
So far the NT, but it's still a fresh state. Anything is possible today.
We are hopeful, sir, government will rescind its decision.
We are hopeful in excess. I don't know. Look, the air carrying now, and yes, we come out just deported. They come out of mine Ghana because we are also just try to bring out what the possibilities are. Our possibilities, you know, it's not going to be okay for Bia Magistrate, Ebia, Mfanse the metric tons are you consume as a country. And I mean, say, as a country, I ain't here produce as a country to meet the demand for the year. And then say your demand for the year, we have 800 metric tons. 800,000 metric tons. And so far, you produce 300,000 metric tons. What the hell is the difference here? It's huge. I'm assuming. It is only tobacco imported one, also say, what the local industry. How can you local industry not to be produced? It could do high demand. And while that time, the people still buy rice every day. The shortfall at a high cost. And so this is things we can all look at dispassionately. You read the solution to it.
Opening my final question, and it says, Kobani said government say it is staying the course. Sir, more businessmen, you must pay the full cost of duties also mutual at the portal. What next?
What next? Like I told you, say consortium with you. We'll meet and then decide as to what to do next. That is what we'll do. But the thing is that if it will affect the cost of finance. That one we have told you. But as a forum, we'll meet and then as a group we'll all decide the next move.
Transport operators recently, one would decided say the situation where every time you pass it, the cost to the ordinary Ghanaian na ketu asem kwapo enkoyi you jai, and so rather than the adjuma to form instead of transferring the cost to the ordinary Ghanaian. Guta, the amount can say more the eba and no born eba cost, which means that you will be pushing the cost added to more consumers and as more tomonoma. And I'm also who the part of a GPR unit the others
Oh, sir, like I just said, we will meet as a forum and decide. Anything is possible. It's not just about passing the price on to the consumer. I know that in the final analysis, that is what will happen. But the main chance if we meet, also leaders for big membership, and it's the members' voice near 30. When we meet, no beyond what the members are saying from the bills, and I know they're very informal their next decision. And so it's not just about passing the cost to the consumer, but there are other things that we can also look at in trying to push government to listen to us.
All right. Mr. One for bedo asese waje mena na yedi nkomo. Mr. Benjamin Yeboah, a National Welfare Officer, Emaguta Yeneno AD nkomo. You know, Sifa, on this matter of AGI, on this matter of whether government FSO boa local industries and as a government per revenue. Look, there are young folks or more share or more business as here. We can classify and consider them as entrepreneurs, doing well and selling lots on social media and even beyond. And yet their products are local products, competing with foreign brands are a war system anymore. But what is doing the trick for them? Sifa, the use of technology, branding and packaging of their products. In fact, it will bear me out. Branding and packaging of their products and how they are selling advertisement. So products are well packaged. So products are of a certain quality and standard. Look, over to me the oboni die aba be sin chen. Ghana ni beto Ghana ni die. We have seen Akwateshi. Woma brandy a uhu a obeka say vodka. I saw medium. But when you see the branding on that Akwateshi, the bottling alone, Unumu Sakra is attractive for you to want to get one and put it in your room.
2 DBS euro.
But the point I'm making is, branding is crucial, branding is critical. And so it is not always about government deciding to go to the aid of local industries when the local industry themselves are not pulling themselves.
Imports.
What am I going to say? Why do you want to create jobs by destroying jobs? So, okay, say, to say the only ban on salvage cars in Semikoba, you know, invariably is the same thing which is being done in a different way. So, okay, so you 30% in the free swap, and then ukuta 50,000, ukuta 40,000, we get some nice saloon car akwakoto. 30,000 you may get a nice saloon car to buy. You use 30% in free swap. It means that like Papa Kano, when you are going to look for a car to buy, you should be having close to 60-70,000. Make offer 70,000 Ghana cedis one here. Look, even if I decide to save for 2 years, minya says Kano. Because there are other competing interests.
Yeah.
Rent to her. Say I'm fancy one kodami you kwampa e wo honom. Ombedidi, over to electricity, over to phone, over all those competing interests would not allow you to make that savings to get 70,000 within even 3 years. So then, yes, so and you say be a mass transportation system no a year juma. The inconvenience of closing from work now from open 5 o'clock sometimes an hour or 2 before you get a car. Yeah. That is why everybody is looking for his or her own car to drive. So I ask myself, say, the local industries now, AGI for Air Kano, how are they packaging their products? How are they selling themselves to Ghanaians? How? I see fruit juice. Ghana for NAA fresh. Now say interview back about studio or the cake a friend saying chips be. Look at the packaging. We will not say catch you say 30 Ghana obeto.
Of course.
Now say me who be and coffee no more dry mangoes. Dry mangoes. No board day but I used to buy it. Because I love the fact say me obi am mangoes. Now even say mango ni free in season mukampona I had access to mangoes to eat, and it was well done, neatly packaged, and I was paying high for it, but I paid for it. If the quality, if the branding, if the packaging is good, Ghanaians will buy. Look, your local rice, local rice, packaging it the same. Packaging no, it's the same. Taste no, it's the same. May Anya be may you so rest in perfect peace. Many of your cars. On where the local rice will be there. And they say, what they're done bar, meaning the Didibumu. Where the local rice now be there. Say between Gigana say me mafia na kaka as madam for and then the oboy be ko say me buakem. But the point I'm making is that look, it is not all just about protecting them. It is about they making a move to position themselves for Ghanaians to want to buy. Watching ordinary watching. Your uncle for your watching it in such a way. So when I say watching it, 5 Ghana cedis near a triba beto.
Yeah.
There's a guy I was sure see Wayek down honum. Not on Kube boutique. Oko, no a freezy Kube no the a yashim, no a year packaging no. When the guy says you are buying the Kube and the kind of pay 1 CD, that's also turn 5 CDs. You will buy. So it's not merely about protecting them, but it's about seeing that they are also positioning themselves to take advantage of the system. I ask, say, Yemfan say, Bia, now the reversal has happened. Yeah, and now I'm checking here. Now the importation of rice, this was the figure I saw for 2017. It was around over 700,000 tons, which constituted about 66 point something, almost about 67% of the rice we consume. The rest, the Yemfan say, Bia, 30% in Ghana locally, and a say ye at the free honum, and I see a year free honma. That's 66%. You know. Yemfan said the ordinary Ghanaian farmer, rice farmer, wants to expand that. In the land, you know, if he wants to cultivate a larger stretch of land to make up for at the end, Fatobe here loan. And now koji loan L bank at the same. Interest rate at the same L bank. And you know, so he'll be able to make profit, or he'll be able to sell the rice at a price minimum perfume rice, it will be lesser than that for us to want to buy. Interest rate, you're saying. Young man is worship it, ne packaging, no, or the goods were. Me will guess 1 month, my name member back. Professor Lord Mensah, I senior lecturer, University of Ghana Business School, and in Nkomo, na yenjene thoughts kakra about the reversal and the likely impact it may have on the economy. Prof, good morning.
Good morning, Dame. Eti Eponya Azmo Washi.
Abijapa.
Afisa na Etia.
Prof, Yashaf Yasino, Nkoma Yena Yedi a reversal of the 30%, 50% benchmark value. No. Obani, what's your conversation now? Should government rescind its decision?
Well, I don't think so. Because as a government, you know, you took a decision, and that decision was a policy which you were looking at ADR, and as you gave it about or mining. After first, I buy no a BMO Akase will be year free hollow. I must signal it will be year free hollow. Just be a pass with the air panel. And my if you make us that is a I'm saying the woman subsidy. Now the Oma tariff reduction. That benchmark value senior, they are all tariff reduction. The essence of it, didn't hear Oma Sadi and say, 1, on potation no more yeno, about the door. Nanti are buying, there's a volume shop. I mean, tradables, Ghana, no, about the door because what the friend is saying, benchmark value, so, Ama. The foreign yes can be believed with the importing more. The balance and I also I can out you and multiply amount. The balance I will not the door. And what you know, the normal have the tea or mining more because I'm imported the door, you know. Transportation of goods and services, you know, from one point to the other. No, they come with some indirect taxes via buying to me. If you also know there's a tax bill that are buying to me of a now, the other side here we to her. Now, policy I would be about. Now, at the same time, because goods now are important number documents, and my price at the back. Now, the idea we important, the best as input to part of your production in your economy. I am not a BBR or mom subsidies because if you have a job building, you're going to say a car. Now, to be aware, example, I'm doing more. Not time, no, you mean your Ghana, but time you be important. You can't, you want to that time you free the about. Time to me move, and as you drink one to market, so on. And no, I was more subsidy now to be importing more tax, now to be producing. But time are we importing, you know. Now we build the capacity of local economy, you know, to make sure that I bring people back, one can always produce with tax. It's a command now what you mean build the economy to a certain level, economy now doesn't be self-dependent. Now, you say, I would say, the amount of subsidies you over the years, the target product, your mom, that subsidies, you know, your to developing capacity locally, and your meetings are your friends demand that you to me a demand they were handle. Now, you know, the company said, you reducing, now you use our benchmark values to free up. Now, trade the tickets occupy, important it's important bureaucrat. Do we have the capacity to, you know, I mean, produce to meet the demand in our market when it comes to maybe cement? Well, cement, I think for the past years, you know, we've had about 8 companies in the system, which I think that the bank critical say imported cement, and they should be able to help us, you know, meet the demand. But what about other products? I don't know if you are developing a capacity to that level now. If they are buying up with all these, you know, subsidies on their trade about here, you know, and for today I wanted to bring a bit price reduction. Because my Kaiser 2019, I'm very introduced. I went on air, I think one of the discussions was talking point. And I asked a few questions and I was asking myself, if the government is targeting price alone, then we import the price better for the drivers of, you know, tradables on our local market, you know, because the tradables are goods are imported back. The tradables on our market, are they driven only by import duties? That when you cut the import duty or give that kind of subsidy, you are able to reduce price directly? And the answer is obviously no. Because don't care if anything, a typical product is see a shelf, so you import your back. There are so many indicators that they move price. No? One of them, price would even move product from the manufacturing source to the airport, to the harbor, I will call export your back. One, that is one of the things. I know your foreign exchange assembly. And 2, the very big cost of insurance and freight. The goods never the figure which you have per square meter. Any the plan is insurance and that's all. Maybe in case the company will do one who will cover no. And also in the insurance they cost money and they are all part of the price product. And they do your port to handle swap. Uber your duty. I don't care a buy or control over it. Some you are a buy because of your duty swap. A bema will get in one in hand, and you're importing one in hand. What about inflation? Some you are buying still on no control, so I mean, I'm buying the same inflation because the goods will be good to my harbor. Or the car, or the car at their warehouse to Kumasia. Then you put to another to where and chair, fast being at the other. And the inflation cost that you prices cost no, and that affects our transportation. It is that a shelf price now be home. These are all the indicators that become. Now, say who we are, say that the goods that be through Ghana. One also per margin also, or per facility also. Now, question on the that facility, at what margin a trade and over here? So, 100%, any of your baby and any shop. So, 80% that your baby and any shop. So, and I mean, let's catch on the take the DNY, the first year, by less than 20 people rate to Ghana. Hello?
You know,
take the DNY, or better the first year, 10% and 9%, because to go through the hustle of imported products, now how you see for 20 people rate now, you have 15% and after 20%, and how you're better. So the question is, what margin of we are traders can sacrifice their profit so that they can meet the government in a way. If the government should remove this, benchmark values. But then the traders are saying that, okay, fine. If the Omayan winner who reduce benchmark values now, we're going to pass it on to the consumer, which obviously will be the case because, the traders themselves are not Father Christmas. So, effectively, like I said, fine, when the policy was being introduced, did we do a thorough research to determine the price drivers of, importable products on our market?
But Prof, what if, say, it wasn't the intent of government, say, they would drive the prices of goods and commodities down, but rather, like you said, rightly, say, the more there is, traffic at the ports, the more government revenue increases at the point of collecting duties and then transportation to other regions or more edgy or more levies, What if that was the motive?
That is fantastic. But if you listen to the finance minister recently, the indication was that they've given all these incentives, our prices are not coming down, which means that the benefit is not forthcoming. So effectively, there's a reason why they are removing it. And on the hand side, it could also be that government is desperate for money immediately. Because, there are two alternatives. Either you hold the money as the money is entering the system, the goods are entering the system, or you allow the goods to come in, and then you will benefit from those kind of activities of moving it from one point to the other. So if the government is desperate for money, then obviously the government would like to hold the money immediately. With the goods to buy Majimishika, the cost of mining piano, I don't give a hoot about it. So effectively, it's a kind of in economics or in mathematics, we call something optimization, which has to be determined by government, the interest at the point of taking that decision. But it is a commander said that traders no passion this reduction to the what we call the consumer, then possibly the consumer will suffer because marketer the idea will turn by 50 pesos no 75. But you see, the question will be that who controls the trader's margin, or the price that the trader wants to pass on to the consumer, who controls it? Like the way the friend is saying, GPRTU. GPRTU.
Yeah.
The petrol price cost. We expect that they will increase it by a certain margin. I don't know, it's regulated. Can we control that on our market? Which is going to be very, very dangerous, when it comes to importable goods, for the consumer. It's in the antique price is still cost very wide. I don't know, back of inflation as a and a goods no plans are be your mind the trader no be ton or in so ton we are the can be cities. Now you hear dollars is for imported. The free be expected exchange rate. Trader no expectation on exchange rate because means FR will be increasing the prices. I give you a Saturday women in a year. Now you to me taking critical decision. Need to make a price not that as an importer, you reduce your benchmark values. If you are getting 50%, you are getting 30%. You're not supposed to increase price more than 50% or more than 30%.
Prof.
Depending on the type of goods you are producing, you are importing. Yeah.
Yamfani said the intent, as you say, per the statement the finance minister made, was to allow for the driving down the price of commodities on the market. If that was the intent, will be uncasted, then this is self-defeating, considering, so at the moment, prices aging at, let's say, 5 Ghana cedis as a result of these 50% benchmark values here, amount for enjoy at the port. Now, so when we free honema, that 50% is now going to be added to that 5% now at the moment. Yemfani say me phone yi ebo energy na 5 cedis. The importer is going to add that 50% to the price of the phone,
So you
which
should
will make it 10
put
cedis.
the price of about 7.5.
Exactly. And see, then is it not self-defeating if indeed it was to control pricing?
Well, that is why I mentioned earlier that at the time the policy was being taken, brought about. My question was, is import duty or benchmark value the only driver of prices of importable products on the market? And the answer was obviously no.
All right.
The answer was obviously no. So effectively, no, there are other indicators which was supposed to be considered, but I don't think we went into that. But then also, let's not throw this away. You see, at the point of 2019, I think the government was at the eve of its administration, and so there was kind of lobbying and all those things going on, which was more political, and if some decisions were being taken to satisfy the public, and probably as a result of that, that is when we took those decisions. And the government has come to realize that it is taking them at the back, and that is maybe what is causing possibly, a reduction in revenue generation. So possibly, let's go back to the ideal situation.
All right.
Okay. So it could also be that, fine, having that political undertone in taking this decision, the price of importable product that we were seeing on the market since 2019, might not necessarily be a sustainable price, which I call it artificial price. So now, if they remove that, what we call the benchmark value, that price cost no kakra, then we can say that this is the real price. Therefore, this is the real economy we are facing.
All right.
So, it's so many things going on. So many things going on.
All right. Prof, and I pay better to say, OJ Merani didn't come on.
Yes, I'm in
Professor Lord Mensah and Yenini didn't come on, where senior lecturer, University of Ghana Business School, the impact, the reversal of the reversed 30%, 50% benchmark value. The event me enya a hunsun so bit me enya ediama Mr. Eric Kokubuati nin komo President Emma Automobile Dealers Union no ending komo ni bisan say womo de omo kan na so ho aka 30% yank enim so car see we do man mo bit me atobie no it seems me plans ni ya Pascal ni sa Mr. Watson, good morning. Hello, good morning, Mr. Watson. All right, too bad. I'm saying, Mr. Barton, Ahomano article. You better see bit me. I was Ahomano na yet not to so na yeno Eddie and come on. Mr. Barton, good morning. Hello, good morning, yes, Mr. Barton. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Impoma.
Adumo boss.
You didn't come out yet.
Papa, somebody who is here.
You better hear what you're crying here. But what you come 30% a discount here na more enjoy at the port here ban so a year free ho. Moduma moye no, how is this going to impact on moduma moye no?
Yo akra meda wasi na nim gina wo fidi kesi so charity fund. No credit 30% na buy hen na boy hen if you tell cars bia you know bi ba duty na na board thing. VAT that's one board thing. Bibi the network charges are the board thing. When you see Kakrama buying or more receipt, no so no charge. ECOWAS levy and the board thing. You go ECOWAS so beneficiation free is so buying Jesus can film port. Minia, sir, COVID-19, ya sema better pandemic, a better one, Ghana food be agree. Ghana paying for agent tax and port. Nina Ichia, you saying free because of 30% benchmark value. And then I buy say or reverse and say or general back say on farm my dear. And then the Automobile Dealers Union of Ghana, Yasen Nane say, and then you buy bet young. If you say cars no crana, yeah, cry at the banner or my 30%. I mean, would the basic garage the crown of your thing? The only queen if you have a ton of house in the board thing. Into what one talk, yeah, twa. Utminton, the other source in the board thing. Now, if you can cancel so, with the living in baby queer so. a yɛnim levy no biribi free ba no so 30% wo so wo sa reverse no bia ɛna man no yɛne aban bɛkyia yam nti yɛn deɛ yɛsɛ sɛ bɛhwɛ ne han yɛgu yɛ dwuma yɛntena se ne yɛn dwuma ngu
Opani mo chia yam no sɛn
o yɛkyia yam sɛ sɛbe Ghana yɛdea man gyi biribi yɛdwane akɔ nti yɛmfa tu yɛmfa se kan yɛane any demonstrations ahodoɔ any baby because sɛbe wo papa so ɔma wo na wo so ma nana nti sɛ wo no so wo na de a na yɛso yɛma wo so wo na saa so na wo so mpɛ sɛ yɛso yɛbɛda nti yɛde dede any demonstrations ahodoɔ any ahoɔden bi a de bɛfight aban to the sense that yɛkɔgyina awiem ɛne yɛto aba de ma no yɛto aba de ma wo wie a afei wode taxes ahodoɔ wogye mpo na wode yɛ ne yɛhu wogye mpo na wosan de ma yɛn mpo ba sɛ yɛmfa nyɛ adwuma na gye wo taxes mpo anka yɛm ya na wogye so a yɛhu hwee ɛnna wode nyama bɛgu pot na wopɛ loan even 50,000 Ghana 20,000 10,000 mpo a wonyɛ bi wɔ Ghana no abɔ nkɔsia ɛso taxes ahodoɔ wokɔ bra na wode wankɔbu ɛkɔtɔ biribi kora nsi wɔ sɛ wotɔn a menya yɛtɔ wie na wokɔtɔ foforɔ sɛ bɛsi wɔ a tax ahodoɔ ɛgu so nti no wode bɛsi wɔ kora yɛntɔ na ɛkɔm de wo ɛnka yɛ anka bɛrima woda sɔre anɔpa a wohwɛ wo yɛ no ɔma anim a ɛnam sɛ kakra wɔ nsɛm nti no wotumi bɛ nyame ase sɛ wabɔ ho ban ma pakye wɔ na nya ho kyerɛ hodoɔ nti wosɔre kwa na woafu nyame sɛ woda akraba sɔre adɛn saa ne yɛmɛbɔ ne wiase ɛde ma sɛ yɛ nananom abrɛ de mogya gu fam ama mɛn a sɛ deɛ bi yɛ so sɛ ɛyɛ bi atɔ saa na yɛbi toa so all the name of politicians yɛntena se ne yɛdwuma kakra a yɛyɛ de bɔ ma ɛho bra no so na ɛmigu na obi nya yi tam within 4 years 8 years wayɛ yɛ sɛ tam na hiafoɔ hɛma ɛgu ma mu a yɛbrɛ a yɛsɔ fo kakra ano yɛtewa na oburoni firi kurom ne ama ne tax way bebree na ɔsan de dollar ne cedis ne na ɔsesa dollar na ɔde kɔ ne kurom na yɛte maamufoɔ na yɛhu a yɛso man no a yɛyɛ Ghanafoɔ a yɛ Ghana ne yɛyɛ ayɛ pia ɛso yɛankasa yɛkunkum yɛ ho in the name of taxes why yɛmma ban ho ntɔno da to the extent that on tia sia yeso yentena sie ba se dan kanya me se ndey ko chef finance minister nti se yekɔ na se pepe bi enfiri Nazareth amade a and the Ghana for betienka automobiles
na mo ahoɔden sa
me nya ahoɔden se
ahoɔden animal numbers
oh number ereka sa me ko me to adwa ho ne ken and ma one side demonstration jaban demonstration numbers me a president mo to mobile ka se bu Ghana fa ne nyina e kraba Ghana da ye ton ye de bo Ghana economy no minimum president about 70% or 80% of revenue na manager on the revenues are what it the main if we hear catch it we are talking about numbers those time in young castle because every day na nduru leader na near tenant to say me kokubu atia minimum rights and demand members say so we benefit out of it. Who is leader, you have to create a room for your members to benefit. And this is my time. Send me mama members, you know, I benefit me leadership. And show legacy to what I'm almost I know you're from leader, oh yeah. And you benefit some can be the young mother. Who are with the record. No. It's numbers in here, we have it. Now the whole Ghana garage is who hang now, you don't kasi. All garages in nti numbers here we have it but me den ya say me members no de make biom tie enya abotre ehwe de me bia bekɔ a edi yigi be brom na yenya asomdwe ne yaso ye man akɔno Ghana
mami bisa me question yi mami rephrase say more numbers ne krampa the impact of more numbers ne decide say omodi omadwuma to form no so na be ne benya for instance who say trotro e ka so mo nya adwuma one day ihu chaos a esi was amai we say mu mo ka si ma park si garage ye meto ya esi ho enko ba bia enti se mo ye oye na na se mo ye oye kire a dey na be si o man we mu
papa dey be si ne do e na e Ghana set up professor Monkwe.
You have just 1 minute remaining.
Well, man for enfranche na nkomone de no wo Fatima no be chia nya mo studio ha.
Yes, yan chinya.
Wo
be say impact be no mbenya.
They will not import.
Government be na ajom taxes. Any levies no mo jejeje.
They will not import.
No, but in terms of size, say the number of vehicles are more imported at the air banner. Is it sizable enough? Say which like I say
import. One year there. And can you be 30% in next canaba more?
They will not import.
Say one
in Japan, they say in a year.
One year that is say road tolls are.
Because if your fan say in a year, will be a car importer be or the about your fan say 60 containers never in a year. 60 containers no. If your fan say container be a utria a whole tariff be $100,000 and I say $200,000 times 60 in a year. A whole year sika utriama bank one no. Or you not just on farm. I say the sika a good account him. Or the go a investment. I'm on one side to some so or part the be no they akwa koye man and on find your man we move.
Mama enemies about in commodity. Mr. What I'm say when your lawyer for studio Hanum say if a question maybe say as to the likely impact and we decided say much I am one.
Papa lawyer na or studio kan or Ganani. Eno ni madia said the hen card get for you see be ya it my you know what you develop is one hen card see yan grandma a perform the tonko and go register my buying revenue and tin make can say bra driver 4 years on be the mono and as some in chance na be na this one card this one what would you see here because na good drivers for but kakra no show you no e tra ban bibi and my police for kwad no can na mare for take passengers e tra say Ghana ha no obi o ye painter nya obi o shoemaker nya obi o labourer nya ye na nya anything na man no is one obi na dwuma be wi aso ba be aboa man it is a way a politician that means say obi to take care of control anything say do ho na say ye nyama egu ha ye di egu na atwa nike ye di anam krom actually we are seeing na say sabi ya ban na oto so no any man na etimu no taxes ye kuye na me the minimum tax de ogia ubi revenues at the mount businessmen esa kwaje busia no mo wi an wa tax o mo kakra eni bi na man peni kufo na misia no obi kwato wo se me tax me ko fo kakra na me bie revenue avenue amomo o pelu na de tibi nti wo fie kwa na abeji enu enenye mu bi etumi gina ye na so be se prempren ya de abanya abeidi oso obegini na asafa na ye wie so ye hu faso bia so aye nya firim eni nti de he de be kan se so me ye ho nto ya yeso ye man ho nto no tititira
Mr. Botian opay ye bedo ase se wajembe na oni ye di enkomo ye bompa se money finance minister meeting mu koshia bibia be koso enna ya na ye men na kaka no enna ya na medo ase enna etwamen suru no adenti na de bia mu koso jani wia afa na maka se o mombrade di enkomo enna me dream woman say why don't you have that consultative conversation and then maybe some variables are arrived at. No, but you don't do that. You can, for how long would this continue? Look, they have done the same with the e-levy. Yes. They did the same with salvage cars. Yes. They have done the same thing with this reversal. Reversal in 2020, they gave a hint. When an internal memo of the GRA came out, okay.
Yes.
They came to deny it flat. And then it is back. So I don't know why they do that. Call the people. Sit down and talk with them. Oh, I did a person na siskasem ni sia na ye watch yen. Ntini ye person creating ready ye say ni. But even ye we ni mpokwampo no. Say ni ye ni mu ebedi nkomo say ni be yo ama relief kakra e dey aba moso. Enkofo na the ideas bebre mo as to ways and means a bit me easy some burden on them. But mo be ye no mo dey about out. It disgraces the government. No U10. Okay, and you're holding on. You're suspending kakra. Salvage cars as in me say no make kire no so suspended. Yet one no go for a luxury tax at the bay.
Yes.
So and wo can say beyond 2.5 3.7 3.0 near the luxury tax. Ne so done here. Don't they feel bad? They say they take decisions and the people you know are against the decision and they have to withdraw. They don't feel bad about it.
I think the lapse has to do with policy approach and strategies that almost go through in formulating the policies. Because if you are formulating a policy and a key stakeholder is there, no one can consult. Now the bar one thing, now the any affected key stakeholder. Now the key stakeholder will not sit down.
Mommy, let me make a revelation on the show today. Many guests be etna heading komo. Oh, fact sheet. One I'll produce me. Aban any stakeholders edin komo. Now aban and I say stakeholders ne ebi wo no they are not for certain decisions of the government into they don't invite them into their discussions. Meanwhile, these people hold huge numbers. And yet, I didn't come on about Cocasso and you know more meeting, you may crampo. And about when I say, ha, woman friend for meeting. And I could have majority numbers, no, woman friend. Because they know, say, the people who are having the majority numbers, one bad will be against this, they sideline them. But these are the people who are holding the numbers up. When you bring it out and decide to go against it, it won't work. And yet, they were meeting the others and leaving the people with the majority of the numbers. And I ask myself, say, how will we make a headway if this is the operation of government? Look, haven't you heard my way say more? And this is not only to NPP government, and this is not only to NDC government, governments that have come and gone. Say, leaderships of unions and associations in this country, say government in which you are, say, after all, by the time we never house, you say, I don't know. And yet, the masses of the unions or these associations, they are the ones who are suffering. Whether those rumors are true or false, say the leadership of unions benefit from their government meetings and whatever.
Some of them.
Whether they benefit or not, but these rumors are out there. Drive any and drive any. About Konenam Krumwa, Betrika, at the end of the day, sales are between you. Ever so could a sprinter, only 180. Okofes can hefa. No, where is the drive? So then you see it translates into different aspects of our life. Yeah, that's why you see a trotro driver driving recklessly. Mm-hmm. The guy is trying to make the money to be able to get some 20 Ghana cedis to take home. And so maybe you'll be cheerful, you'll be cheerful. Red lights are not crossing because he wants to make the money. Look, there are ripple effects of things we don't consider that is impacting on all of us. There's a climate change. Driver bako, and kayadia or kobako no parkia. The amount of emission into the system is reduced. But because the guy has to make the money and the burden on him is huge. And yes, stress is coming by no better 30 years as well, 40 years as well. It's a stress. You could break here by a better one. To the Happy Morning Show, I can't see my miensa. Na ya sorry so. Siva. So wrap up comments be after wrap up comments be na yen fa na feni yen sorry.
So me wrap up comments me say I think that we need to realign as a country.
And then we are old.
As and
no.
Sir,
let's align.
There are a bit of too many at the end I can say disjoint and I say like too many things are happening. I mean, and I think that we really need to sit
with who?
Of course, as a country, we need to sit.
As a country.
As a country. As a state.
Who are you going to sit?
You're setting your mouth straight. Now you who say this is where we are going. Because Uko sector
there seems to be a challenge.
And quite honestly, it's a bit concerning for me. We need to realign.
I side with Fatih. When are the children going back to school? I'm talking about those in the public institutions.
And say beside teachers.
I don't know.
No, the
teachers you crash.
Teachers but the Asma Fatika and one. We don't seem to be moving in unison. And you say, you drink called Ben Krumu, say, ye quack or ye be. Obey as it will be a yenny be, obey her, what the chimana feel more. ekutia omo no omo pese omo tie tuane de kekeke ho nyina emmo oman no nkoso emmo oman ni mpuntu emmo oman ni ye nti be ya mpanyimfo na yeto aba ma omo so omo nkonko gina ye na amu no
hwamu na moto aba no ma mo
mpanyimfo
hwamu
ya mpanyimfo amanyofo no nya amanyofo ne yeto aba ma omo ezanzi ye nyina ye ntimi nko
fati sa realignment na wo pe no ensi because you see the people that in times past we used to
and
go
breaking news about.
We used to go to see a couple who almost say asemwaba yeni yenko from no money amanyofo ni meka samaye amanyofo na boewura ho first na nke yeko ahemfo ho
yeah
asemba yeko ahemfo ho ne eni okwa say ade aban ye niemo niomo ahemfo ma ne resolve ne yeko asofo ho no ma frɛ no ma resolve
they have political pastors
what I say ene ahonum nyina no politicians na aboewura ho
and any politicians from new freeway
now the family ba
say if we have any a new construct and as a new concept I dey aba say dey be ya o man dey betimi alcohol
the problem is the winner takes all that's the problem
now what is there to take what is there to take
that's a good question
there is a lot there to take if 12.5 billion Ghana cedis are misappropriated in a year there is a lot there to take.
That is what we shouldn't encourage. That is where the problem is. To even say that winner takes all. Then
we ourselves, as we are sitting here, as we found one problem, then we realize there's another problem. But well, I think that tomorrow, if we come and sit here, we should talk about this matter. We shouldn't just leave it. What is the problem of Ghana?
What seems to be the problem?
What is the problem of Ghana? What is the problem of Ghana? Your problem is saying as on mine.
The problem.
Young question down is for pen paper natural. What is the problem of Ghana? What's your